Chin Music, a baseball podcast. This is episode 14. All right, we are live over on the YouTube channel. What is good? Getting things set up over on the Twitch side. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. All right, what is good? Killah Noez here with another episode of Chin Music. Happy early morning going out to everybody. Yes, we are live, believe it or not. Woke up about an hour and a half ago, checking my phone, and I was like, man, Australia in a couple of hours, in about an hour and a half or so, is gonna face off against Korea in what will be a pivotal matchup in the Pool C of the World Baseball Classic. And I don't think I want to miss this game. Both teams have been playing pretty well in the Pool C, especially Australia, who's been very I don't want to say surprising, but they've been doing the thing in they've definitely been doing their thing in WBC play. Well, now it's a showdown between Korea and Australia, and like I said, I did not want to miss this game. There was two things that was going to happen. I'm going to put on my earbuds and listen to Last Raps Baseball play-by-play over on YouTube. Shout outs to Freddie. Or I was going to get my ass up and do the game myself. And I decided, you know what? I've talked about how much I love the World Baseball Classic tournament. And why wouldn't I get up early for this? You know what I'm saying? It's baseball that matters. And why not? So, good morning, guys. So, we're live. We're live over on the YouTube channel, over on the Twitch channel. And we are about 15 minutes away from first pitch. Australia versus Korea. Now, I'm not going to be keeping score this morning, but we will be keeping track over on game day. And maybe we could read out the lineups for you guys. Also, we got some baseball cards for you guys as far as stuff that I'm going to rip just to kind of pass the time, maybe in between innings, and just to kind of keep things moving here. But we do got some baseball cards that we're going to get ripping into. Don't fall. Anyway, so be on the lookout for that. This is Chin Music episode 14. Also, I just announced Chin Music episode 13. Now, keep in mind, this is almost like a pop-up. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to get up or if I was going to do this game. So, Chin Music episode 13 will feature USA versus Mexico, which will be a little later on today, 5 o'clock exactly out here in the West Coast, 5 o'clock p.m. And that one, it's pretty much set in stone. Episode 14 is right now. Like I said, episode 13 was set in stone from like a day ago or so. So this is like the pop-up version of Chin Music, and it just so happens this is episode 14. Anyway, enough of that. We've got 15 minutes. Maybe we can get into ripping up some baseball cards. I don't know. I'm just chilling right now. I'll be honest. We'll see if anybody gets on the chat. You guys want to rip up some baseball cards? You see some baseball cards. If you guys are on Twitch, I'll be honest, man. YouTube, you might not be able to see me rip the cards, or at least see the cards that we're ripping. If you guys want to get in on the action on YouTube, go to Twitch, search Chin Music Podcast, and you'll find us there, and you'll see the multi-cameras on that. I got a little bit more of a full Monty, if you will, on the production tip over on Twitch. On YouTube, you're probably just going to see the camera straight on me and me calling the game. That's it. But if you want the full Monty, a little bit more fun on the chat as well, join us over on Twitch. Search Chin Music Podcast. We are live. You'll see multiple cameras. And if we do rip up baseball cards, you'll see the baseball cards all up in your face. So if you want to join us on Twitch, do that. Anyway, Let's go over the lineups real quick. This is kind of what I wanted to check out, the lineups for both Australia and Korea. So lineups have been introduced for Korea, and then mind you, Game Day keeps doing this thing where they just show the first letter and the last name. So kind of bear with me. Anyway, leading things off, playing third base for Team Korea will be Do Young Kim. Batting second out in left field, Ja Jones. Batting third, playing center field, Jung Hoo Lee. In the cleanup position out in right field will be Hyun Min An. The designated hitter will be Bo Gyeong Moon. Playing first base for Team Korea, Si Hwan Ro. At shortstop, Ju Won Kim. Batting eighth, doing the catching for Team Korea, will be Dong Won Park. And batting ninth, playing second base, will be Min Ja Shin. Now, real quick, one thing I am noticing here is Hyung Young Kim is not in the lineup. Did I say Hyung Young Kim? Hae Sam Kim, excuse me. Hae Sam Kim is not in the starting lineup. He is on the bench if needed, but he is not in the starting lineup for Team Korea. So that's the lineup 1 through 9. The pitcher for Team Korea will be left-handed pitcher Ju Young Sun. Ju Young Sun on the bump for Team Korea. All right. Team Australia, the lineup 1 through 9. Batting leadoff, playing second base, Travis Bazana. Batting second, playing third base, Curtis Mead. Batting third, out in center field, Aaron Whitefield. The designated hitter, Alex Hall. Batting fifth at shortstop, Jarrett Dale. Batting seventh in left field will be Robbie Glendinning. Robbie Glendinning. Very tough name to pronounce, but we got it here. Out at first base for Australia will be Rickson Wingrove. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Robbie Perkins. And batting ninth in right field, Tim Kennelly. 1 through 9 hitters for Team Australia. On the bump will be left-hander Lachlan Wells. Lachlan Wells on the bump for Team Australia. So we got a battle of the lefties between Korea and Australia. So those are the lineups. And this game is going down at the Tokyo Dome in Japan. So yeah, we are about 9 minutes away from FS1 going live. And we're about 15 minutes away from first pitch. Anyway, you guys could watch along. FS1 is showing the game if you guys want to follow along. And this is a perfect place to chime in, talk about what we're watching on the game, talk about maybe some upcoming important games coming up in the WBC. Of course, Mexico versus USA. A little later today, this afternoon, out here in the West Coast, 5 o'clock start between those two teams. And man, how about Mexico last night? All over Team Brazil. They ended up pretty much. The mercy rule was in full effect. Game ended prematurely after Mexico just routed Brazil, and Mexico ended up finishing off Brazil with a walk-off home run from I think it was from Ornelas. Anyway, all was well out in Houston if you were a Mexico fan. All right, man. Again, good morning. If you're just waking up, I am Killah Noez, and I am broadcasting out of La Puente out here in Southern California. And it's kind of what we do here on Chin Music. We just kind of get up on a game, and we do our own play-by-play, our own analysis, if you will, of what we're seeing, our own call. And we kind of chat it up. You know what I'm saying? We talk baseball. We're big baseball fans here. And of course, World Baseball Classic has been it's been great so far, and it's only going to get better, especially as we get into the knockout rounds. As we finish off the last remaining games of these pool play action. Remember, top two teams in each pool will advance to the next rounds, and next rounds will be knockout rounds. So be on the lookout for that, man. It's going to get a lot more interesting in the WBC for 2026. Yeah, man, if you guys are just checking in, man, jump on our chats. Let's talk some baseball. Who do you guys think will win today? Who are we pulling for here? I don't know, man. Australia, man. I've been very surprised with them, and I might even say that I might be pulling for Team Australia over Team Korea. Team Korea, they came into this tournament, they came into this pool heavy favorites as far as being one of the teams, along with Japan, to come out of Pool C. But again, Australia, and speaking of Australia, they just played Japan. They just showed the game on FS1 as well, the replay. But they just played Japan so good where, man, they ended up dropping the game. I believe they ended up losing 4-3 to Japan. But that game was tight all around. It wasn't until like the 7th or 8th inning where Japan finally took a commanding lead. But even then, Australia, with his last breaths in the 9th inning, they made it a one-run ball game. And man, like I said, they've been one of the surprise teams, at least for me, in the tournament for the WBC. And dare I say, I may be pulling for Team Korea. Did I say Team Korea? Team Australia. Sorry, it's really early right now. I may be pulling for Team Australia. You know, I love Hae-Sam Kim. I know Ryu was pitching this weekend and got kind of hit around. But I think I might be siding on the side of Team Australia to maybe upset Team Korea. And if they do that, they will most likely be a shoo-in. Just about they'll be a shoo-in to join most likely Team Japan out of Pool C to continue on to the next round in the WBC. So that's just some of my thoughts on this upcoming game, man. And more than anything, I can't wait to watch. I mean, Pool C has been probably one of the better games that or basically has produced some of the better games in the WBC Pool C. And it's kind of sucks a little bit because these games are just so damn early. You know what I'm saying? Especially the 3 o'clock games out here in the West Coast. Not a lot of people out here in the West Coast, at least in the States, tune in to Pool C. But like I said, I did want to get one of these games in during my WBC alternate baseball broadcast, and I'm glad I woke up early. So here we are, man. And again, if you guys want to chime in, man, we got an open chat here. If you guys want to talk some baseball, maybe some spring training. Although, man, I don't know how people be talking about spring training. I understand, but when you got the WBC taking center stage, I don't know how people kind of like, hey, did you watch the Dodger game? I'll be like, yeah, I watched the Dodger game, but not with a lot of interest. There's a lot of prospects. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm a Dodger fan out here, but yeah, I believe I was watching I was about to say Oakland Athletics. Athletics beat the Dodgers, but you're watching the later innings, and man, not too many people you're familiar with. And then you tune into a Mexico-Brazil game, and you're like, oh, okay, here's where all the players are at. So yeah, it always trips me out when it's like, well, yeah, okay, I watched the Dodger game, but did you watch the WBC? And they're like, well, not really. It's like, what? How do you know? How are you not? I mean, if you're a baseball fan, how do you not enjoy something like this, like the WBC tournament? I had just heard, I was listening to a podcast. Brody Brazil has a pretty cool podcast. And then, I don't know if it's, they had a caller call in talking about like that the WC, he believes the WBC is a disruption to teams. And it's like, a disruption? Oh my gosh. What a harsh word to use. I don't think it's a disruption, man. The WBC tournament is basically an ambassador to the world in the game of baseball, and I think it's just a positive thing. I would not call it a disruption. Definitely not, man. I don't know what you say, chat, but WBC tournament, I'm all about it ever since it was introduced. Having some of the better, not better players, but some of the best players in the world representing the countries. It's almost like an Olympics. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would definitely not call it a disruption. Definitely not. I guess the guy's rebuttal was like, well, I'd rather have the players like fully committed to their MLB teams. And it's kind of like, oh man, come on, man. Like, think outside the box for once, man. You can't. You're telling me you're not going to pay attention to a WBC game? You're going to watch. You rather watch your team play a spring training game? I don't know. Anyway, I'm fired up for these games, man. All right, first pitch should be coming up in about 10 minutes. We're getting close to the top of the hour. Again, you guys can follow along over on FS1 in the States. If you guys don't have FS1, if you guys are still in bed, but you got your earbuds on, keep it locked right here, man. I got you on the play-by-play. I'll let you know what's going on with the game between Australia and Korea. If you guys, like I said, if you guys are still in bed, don't want to get up, don't want to go in the living room, don't want to make a lot of noise, still early out here in the West Coast. We're about to get to 3 o'clock in the morning out here in the West Coast. If you guys just still want to stay in bed, keep your earbuds on, and I got you on the play-by-play. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Be on the lookout for episode 13. Yes, I said it. Episode 13 coming your way. Episode 13 will be coming your way. 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. out here in the West Coast. Mexico versus USA. I got you on the play-by-play. Now, in that game, I will be keeping score. All right, man. I should have ripped up. Well, you know what? I could probably do it right now. Let's go to Card Cam over on Twitch. And again, over on Twitch, we are live. Search Chin Music Podcast over on Twitch, and you could see me. You could see the cards being ripped right before your screen. Over on YouTube, you're just gonna hear me if I get any hits, you just hear me talk about it. But here's what I'm ripping up first for the people on YouTube. All right, here we go. We're gonna open up a hanger box of 2025 Topps Update. 2025 Topps Update. So that's gonna be one of the first openings that we rip. But first, FS1 is about to start their broadcast. Once I see the intro, kind of just gets all my attention, and right now it's getting all my attention. Yes, World Baseball Classic 2026 Tokyo Pool C action between Australia and Korea. Big matchup out there at the Tokyo Dome. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Killah Noez over on the play-by-play. As we see Steven Nelson, most likely Jose Mota on the call over on the FS1. All right, Pool C standings. You see Japan on top of the heap, 3-0. Now Australia is 2-1, so this is a big game. Korea, believe it or not, is 1-2. Chinese Taipei, 2-2. Ay caray. And sure enough, Steven Nelson, Jose Mota on the call over on FS1. So make sure you guys tap in if you guys want to follow along to FS1. But keep it locked here on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel, where we got you on the play-by-play. But yeah, dare I say, Korea needs this game more than Australia. And to put it simple, if Korea loses this game, they're pretty much done. And if Australia wins this one, they're pretty much almost a lock to join, most likely, Japan as the two teams to come out of the Pool C and into the next round in the WBC. All right. Also on Twitch, just a heads up, guys. Anybody listening to on YouTube, we do have a score bug as well. We do have a score bug. Tommy Gunn over on YouTube. What's good? Good morning out here from the West Coast. They have to win by 5. Who has to win by 5? Oh, due to there is tiebreakers. Yeah, you're right. Tommy Gunn. Korea needs to win by 5 to make it to the next round. Oh man, so it's that much tougher for Korea, unfortunately, huh? So there it is. Tommy Gunn letting us know that Team Korea has to win by 5. Not just win, but win by 5 against Australia, who has been one of the surprise teams out of Pool C. That's gonna be a tough task at hand for Korea. I'll be honest. I don't think they can do it. Not the way Australia's been playing, but hey, we've seen crazier things in this tournament, right? Tommy Gunn, the funny thing is Korea wins by 9. Taiwan makes it to the next round. Hey, that is hilarious. That is funny. There's just a lot of implications in the tiebreaker. Look, Australia can make this thing very easy in Pool C where it doesn't have to complicate things like that. Australia just needs to win, and that's kind of where I'm going. It's like, all right, Australia, just do what you guys got to do. Let's upset Korea. And you know what? I'm saying upset. I don't know who the favorite is, honestly. I would have to think Australia, especially the way they've been playing as of late. And yeah, look, FS1 is showing the tiebreakers. Ranked by lowest quotient, fewer runs allowed by. Look, I could read this, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna resonate right now. It's too early in the morning. Tommy Gunn, you keep me filled in on the tiebreakers, on the tiebreaker implications. Seems like you'll know a little bit more of that than I do, and I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being here. USA and Mexico game today is going to be fire. Oh, my gosh, Tommy Gunn. You tell me, man. Oh, my gosh. And, yeah, man, I'm going to call that game for sure. Like, come on, man. This is what the WBC is all about. Matchups like this one, Australia versus Korea, with big implications. And, of course, USA versus Mexico. Oh, my goodness. And just a heads up, if you guys haven't heard me, Mexico is my pick to come out of the WBC. So you know who I'll be rooting for. Yeah, my top 10. Oh, it's my top 10. My top 3 teams, Mexico, USA, Japan, in that order. Like if Mexico doesn't make it, then I'll root for USA. If USA doesn't make it, then I'll root for Japan. And if Japan doesn't make it, maybe Australia, the way they've been playing. And then I guess my top 5 would be DR in the top 5, the DR. But I don't know why. I feel like DR just kind of setting everybody up for disappointment. Everybody's fired up with the DR. They've been killing it, don't get me wrong. But once we get to those knockout stages, look out, DR. I'm just saying. It's not going to be that easy. Or maybe it is. Who knows? What do I know? Anyway, thank you guys so much for you. Fucking lips are getting chapped up already. All right, we're getting close to first pitch, and I'm trying to figure out who is the home team. It looks like Australia will be the home team, as Team Korea will have their first at bats. That's what it looks like here on game day. So we are getting close to first pitch. Australia versus Team Korea in the WBC Pool C action live from the Tokyo Dome. Oh my goodness. Big implications in this one for sure. And thank you guys so much for tapping in. Again, I go by the name of Killah Noez. It's kind of what we do here, especially over on my Twitch channel, where we do these chin music episodes throughout the season, baseball season. And we pretty much do our own play-by-play call, man. I'll be honest. I'm a big Dodger fan. I live out here, about 33. I live out here, so don't go there. We're about 33 minutes east of Dodger Stadium out here in Southern California. So we're big Dodger fans here. But first and foremost, big baseball fans more than anything. All right, left-hander. Lachlan Wells on the bump for Team Australia. Left-hander, he's all tatted up. He's got the glasses, looking like a serial killer, looking like he belongs in the penitentiary. My bad, Lachlan Wells. I don't know you, brother. I'm sure you're a sweetheart of a guy. I'm just kind of trying to paint a picture here. But left-handed pitcher on the bump for Australia. All right, they're showing the lineups for Team Korea. Do Young Kim, Ja Jones, Jung Hoo Lee, Hyun Min An, Bo Jeong Moon, Sing Hwan Ro, Ju Won Kim, Dong Won Park, and Mi Jae Shin. Lineup for Korea. How did I do there? I hope I didn't butcher any names. Ay caray. All right, Wells finishing off his warm-up pitches as we are beginning to get ready for first pitch. Balls in, coming down again. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14, Australia versus Korea. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. And here we go. Defensive alignment for Australia. Aaron Whitfield up the middle over at center field. Jared Dale, Travis Bazana, shortstop and second baseman. Here we go. From the stretch, Wells' first pitch to Kim is called a strike, and we are underway. Do Young Kim, the hitter for Australia. Right-handed hitter. Wells with the 0-1. That one slapped straight back as well. Gets ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Ja Jones, left fielder for Korea, on deck. We're just getting started here. Puro Chin Music. Thanks for tapping in. 0-2 pitch. Popped them up. Infield. Travis Bazana waiting for it. Wants it. He will get it. That'll be the first out here to begin the top of the first. So Kim flies out. As we look at the scouting report for Wells, direct path to home plate. Spin it early in the game. Walks are in the past. Walks are in the past. Not sure what they mean, but walks are in past. Like, forget about what you did last time? All right, Ja Jones, right-handed hitter now against Wells. Wells starts him off with a pitch way outside for ball 1. Ja Jones, first career WBC appearance for Team Korea. Wells with the 1-0. Misses upstairs again. Falls behind, 2 balls, no strikes. Center fielder for Korea, Jung Hoo Lee on deck. Wells comes with the 2-0 pitch. Check swing on a pitch down the pipe, called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ja Jones. Ja Jones batting .231 so far in this tournament. Wells sets, 2-1 pitch. Misses up and away, falls behind, 3-1. Well, it's gonna see. It seems like Wells is gonna have to try to keep those walks to a minimum here against Korea. 3-1 pitch. That was popped up. Foul ball territory. Third baseman Curtis Mead. He's calling for it. Looks like he's gonna get under it, and he'll make the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 outs for Wells and Australia here in the top of the first. Jung Hoo Lee will be the hitter up next for Korea. Jung Hoo Lee batting from the left side. Takes strike 1 from Wells. Lachlan Wells pitching from the stretch for Australia. Jung Hoo Lee, 4 for 13 with 1 extra base hit. Has scored 3 runs for Korea in this tournament. Ground ball to the right side. Travis Bazana's right there. He'll throw him out. 4-3 on the putout. 1-2-3, go Korea. As we go to the bottom half of the inning, Australia coming up. All right, so Wells with a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Australia. That Jung Hoo Lee ground out to Travis Bazana was probably the hardest ball hit for Korea in the inning. So a good start for Lachlan Wells and Australia defensively as they'll be coming up. All right, 1, 2, 3 hitters for Australia. It's going to be second baseman Travis Bazzana, third baseman Curtis Mead, and center fielder Aaron Whitefield. 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for Australia. All right, stick around, man. I will eventually rip open some baseball cards. Eventually. Just not right now. I want to concentrate on the game right now. Hold up. Hold up. Eventually we will. But yeah, good morning from the West Coast, man. Sun's still not out. It's barely 3:13 out here in the AM. Yeah, if you guys are on about, if you guys are tapped in, man, let us know what you guys are up to. Are you guys getting ready for work, getting ready for school, or are you guys just tossing around in bed? Or are you guys actually up at your house in the living room, perhaps, with the TV on FS1? Let us know, man. Let us know how you're watching, how you're tuning in. All right, Team Australia will be coming up to close out the bottom of the first, as Team Korea went 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the inning. Brutal quick inning. As we are live over on the YouTube channel and over on Twitch. If you are on YouTube, want to join us on Twitch, we got a score bug on Twitch as well, and multiple cams as well. Search Chin Music Podcast, you'll find us, man. We'd love to see you on the Twitch channel if possible. And if you guys are on the YouTube channel, man, don't forget to hit the like button, and please consider subscribing to the channel. It's kind of what we do here on Chin Music. Do our own calls. Ju Young Sun, left-handed pitcher now on the bump for Korea. Will be facing Travis Bazzana, lefty-lefty matchup. Bazzana going after that first pitch, fouls it off. Strike one. As Young gets ahead of Bazzana. Bazzana 2 for 12, a home run and an RBI in his first career WBC appearance for Australia. Curtis Mead on deck for Australia. We're in the bottom of the first. Young Suns, 0-1 pitch. Brutal swing and a miss. Travis Bazzana comes up empty. Came up firing, but he came up empty on that fastball from Sun. Quickly in the hole now. No balls, 2 strikes. Travis Bazzana, the #1 draft pick for the Cleveland Guardians in the majors back in 2024. Now representing Australia here in 2026 in the World Baseball Classic. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count of Bazzana. Suns 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. That one hangs low. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tapping in. We're just getting started here. Korea versus Australia as Bazzana fouls it off the glove of the back catcher, who cannot hang on to the foul tip from Bazzana. The at-bat's going to continue for Travis. Back catcher Park took it off the glove, cannot squeeze the ball in. So the at-bat continues for Travis Bazzana. Sun with another 2-2 pitch. And Bazzana with another foul ball. At-bat continues. Leadoff hitter Travis Bazzana. Here's a 2-2 pitch to him. Popped it up. Center field, Jung-Hoo Lee waiting for it. Will make the catch. And Bazzana will be retired here in the bottom of the first. 1 away. Curtis Mead will be coming up. Third baseman for Australia. They're highlighting Alex Hall, who's 4 for 12. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs in the WBC tournament for Australia. Wells is the cleanup hitter for Australia. All right, Suns starts off Curtis Mead with the strike, who's 4 for 12 in this tournament with 1 home run, 3 RBIs in his first career appearance in the WBC for Australia. All right, Sun misses outside. Count goes even to Curtis Mead. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun from the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch. Up the middle for a base hit. Curtis Mead on with a 1-out single for Australia. That was good pitch recognition right there by Curtis Mead. It was a breaking pitch from the pitcher. And Curtis Mead just went up the middle on that one. Simple base hit for Curtis Mead. Runner at first, 1 out for Australia here in the bottom of the first. Aaron Whitefield, the hitter. First pitch from Sun. Misses low and inside. Ball 1. Aaron Whitefield, 3 for 12. Extra base hit. 1 run in the tournament. He's making his 3rd appearance in the WBC for Australia. There's a strike from Sun. Got the inside corner. Got the call from the home plate umpire. That's going to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleanup hitter for Australia, Aaron Hall on deck. Curtis Mead with his lead over at first. Pitch from Sun. That one just missed upstairs. Falls behind on the count to Aaron Whitefield. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Sun pitcher for Korea sets. 2-1. That one just missed the corner just a bit outside. I don't know where that pitch was, but I guess it was outside according to the home plate umpire. Didn't give him the call. And now Sun falls behind 3 balls, 1 strike to Whitefield. Sun sets. He kicks. Pickoff attempt over at first. Mead back to the back safely. On that head first slide. 15th pitch of the 15th pitch of the inning, not the at bat. What the heck? 15th pitch of the inning for Sun is a strike down the middle to Whitefield, and the count goes 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's almost like he surprised Whitefield with that fastball. Didn't seem like he was expecting it. All right, count goes 4 to Whitefield. Here's the payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4. Base hit and a walk for Team Australia with 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and they have 2 on against Sun. Alex Hall will be the hitter. So Australia threatening here in the bottom of the first against Korea. Alex Hall, right-handed hitter for Australia. Takes a pitch down low and away. Ball 1. So Sun is going to have a talk with the catcher who's going up to the mound. Trying to relax and settle down, Sun. We just gave up a base hit with 1 out and now a walk to Team Australia. Catcher Park talking to Sun, trying to settle him down. Runners at second and first, 1 out for Australia. All right, looks like all is set. Alex Hall steps into the box for Australia. 2 on, 1 out. Sun with the 1-0 pitch. Alex Hall with the swing and miss. That's going to even up the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Try to hit the outside corner, man. Home plate umpire not calling those outside pitches, at least not yet. Sun falls behind 2-1 to Alex Hall. Pitch popped up left field, going back well before the track. Left fielder will make the catch. That'll be the second out here in the bottom of the first. Alex Hall flies out. 2 away in the inning. Alex Hall just got under it. Just a little too much there. And that became an easy out for the left fielder. 2 away. So with 2 outs in the inning for Australia, that'll bring up the shortstop, Jared Dale, right-handed hitter. First pitch from Sun. That pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. So Sun throwing a lot of balls here for Team Korea early in the bottom of the first. Jared Dale, 3 for 11, 2 extra base hits, 1 run in this tournament for Australia. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Sun. Down low and inside. And he misses again. 2 balls, no strikes. A lot of balls being thrown by Sun. And not the good kind. We'll see if Dale sits dead red here. 2-0 pitch. Down the pipe. And Dale just watched it go through. Man, I got to think. You got a pitcher throwing a lot of balls. I understand he's having a hard time trying to find the strike zone. But, man, sometimes you got to sit dead red. Dale let it go. Here's the 2-1 pitch now. Back to back. Oh, that one just missed outside. Holy moly. That home plate umpire is not calling those outside calls at all. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count of Jared Dale. Don't pitch it outside. Home plate umpire ain't going to call it. 3-1 pitch. Inside pitch. That one's called a strike. Surprise home plate umpire called it a strike. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And remember, here in the WBC, no ABS. Here's the payoff pitch to Dale. Runners go. Foul ball. We'll do it again. Remember, runners are going with a full count and 2 outs in the inning. So they'll be off to the races again on the 7th pitch coming up to Jared Dale. 2 on, 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sun sets. Another payoff pitch. Incoming to Jared Dale. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman fields it nicely. Throw to first. In time, and that'll do it. Australia will strand 2. They get a base hit and a walk. But nothing else. At the end of 1, we go to the second. No score. All right, man. So Korea kind of dodged a bullet there. Sun's going to have to find that strike zone. And he's going to have to consider not going outside because that home plate umpire ain't calling those outside pitches. At least not yet. And that's got to be a bit frustrating if you're a pitcher. Especially on those borderline outside pitches not being called. But at the very least, you know what? I will give the home plate umpire credit. He is being consistent by not calling those borderline outside pitches. We know he's calling them a ball, so we'll see if Sun is able to make the adjustment. Pitcher for Korea as this game continues. Now, another thing to consider too. Remember, pitchers are limited to just 65 pitches. After that, man, they got to come out of the ball game. And Sun did kind of throw a lot of pitches there in that first inning. 27 pitches to be exact. 27 pitches. So that pitch count is up for Sun, pitcher for Korea. Speaking of Korea, coming up in the top of the second, it'll be right fielder Hyun Min An. The designated hitter, Bo Jeong Moon. And the first baseman, Si Hwan Ro. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Team Korea in the top of the second. Again, thanks for joining us here. This is Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 14. Killah Noez with the play-by-play. Early morning out here in the West Coast, man. 3 o'clock hour. And like I said, 2 things was going to happen this morning, especially with this game. I was going to get up and listen to Freddie over on the Last Raps Baseball play-by-play over on Twitch. Excuse me, on YouTube. He's on YouTube. I was either going to listen to his call or wake my ass up and do my own call. So I decided to wake my ass up. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. All right, top of the second we go. No score between Korea and Australia. On with a big hit. Actually, a big swing and a miss against Wells. Came up empty. He's 2 for 9 with 2 runs. For Team Korea, right-handed hitter. Lachlan Wells from the stretch. 0-1 pitch. Oh, that one's connected deep. That one's going back. That one's to the window, to the wall. On his way over to second. Nope, he's going to pump the brakes. He's going to play it safe. He'll pump the brakes. That ball did get to the wall rather quickly, and he decided to kind of chill out a little bit over at first and not take the risk trying to get to second. But nevertheless, that is a leadoff single by On. Off the wall, long single. But that will be the first save in this ballgame for Team Korea. Runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's BG Moon. First pitch inside is called a strike. Lachlan Wells gets ahead. Moon, 4 for 8 for Team Korea. Home run, 7 RBIs in his first career WBC appearance. Wells, 0-1 pitch. That one is tagged deep. This one's gone. 2-run shot, and just like that, Korea on top of Australia here in the top of the second. Oh, Moon with a moonshot. And Korea takes the lead, 2-0. So Lachlan Wells gives up a base hit on a hard hit ball by On. And then the following hitter, Moon, tags him for a 2-run shot. 2-0 Korea. So Korea strikes first here in the top of the second. The inning continues. Here's Rowe. First pitch misses. Ball 1. Next pitch is mishandled by the catcher. 2-0. Another look on Moon teeing off on a breaking pitch. Right in his wheelhouse, and he did not miss. 2-0 pitch. And now Lachlan Wells having issues finding the strike zone. 3 balls, no strikes. Yeah, that was a no-doubter. And that, what a catch there with an Oakland jersey. Oh, man, he had an Oakland A jersey. The fan out there in the outfield who made the catch. An Oakland's road jersey, to be exact. It's a collector's item now. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike to count to C. Juan Rowe. Still nobody out here in the top of the second for Korea. All right, Lachlan Wells trying to settle down for Australia on the bump. 3-1 pitch. Down the pipe, called strike 2. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2-0 Korea early in this one. All smiles in that Korea dugout. Rightfully so. All right, Lachlan Wells from the stretch. Here's the payoff pitch coming up to the 6th hitter for Korea, Rowe. Inside pitch, that one missed. And the first 3 hitters get on against Wells here to begin the top of the second. Runner at first, still nobody out for Korea. Shortstop Ju Won Kim up next. Dave Nielsen talking things over with his pitching coach, trying to figure things out. Dave Nielsen, the manager for Australia. All right, first pitch to Kim. Down the pipe by Wells. Strike 1, gets ahead. Ju Won Kim, shortstop. He's 3 for 10 in the tournament with 1 RBI, making his first career appearance for Team Korea in the WBC. 0-1 pitch. That pitch misses inside. Count goes even now to Kim. 1 ball, 1 strike. The catcher for Korea, Dong-Won Park on deck. 1-1 pitch to Kim. Inside pitch. Gets the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, gets ahead of the count against Kim. Here's his 1-2. That one spiked in the dirt. Nice block by Robbie Perkins, the catcher for Australia. Kept that ball in front of him. Count goes even now to Kim. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rowe, the runner at first for Korea. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Wells with the check over at first. Rowe back to the back safely. "25th pitch of the ball game for Wells. It's a 2-2 pitch to Kim. That one missed way outside. Killah, do you happen to know of a streaming site for the game? Good question, Killah. I know there's some off the top of the head. Let me think. Or another pickoff attempt. Nothing doing there. You know what? I'll give you I'll let me see. Give me a second here. I think I have one for you. Here's the payoff pitch to Kim. Kim pops it up. Right center, shallow. Right fielder coming in will make the catch. And that'll be the first out for Australia. Runner gets back to first for Korea. So 1 away in here in the top of the second as Kim flies out. Let me see. Try this website. I don't know if it's going to work, but you could try it. It's worth a shot, I guess, if you really want to watch it. Give me a second here. All right, here's the catcher, Park. Runner goes to second. He'll be safe. Rowe. Jack second off of Perkins. Most likely probably did off of Wells. But nevertheless, stolen base for Team Korea. Runner in scoring position. 1 out here in the top of the second. Yeah, he had a big jump against the pitcher, Lachlan Wells. Try this one, Killah. Good luck. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work for you. There it is. Try that. And if it doesn't work for you, keep it locked on here, man. Join us. Why not? Let me know if it works, Killah. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. All right, 2-0 pitch to Park. Up and in. And Lachlan Wells, just like Sun for Team Korea, he's struggling finding that strike zone. Double barrel action in that Australian bullpen as they're warming up quickly. 30th pitch of the ball game for Wells. 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And Team Korea has runners at second and first with 1 out here in the top of the second, as Lachlan Wells is struggling on the bump for Australia. And you got to think the pitching coach is going to go out there to have a word with him, trying to settle him down. So the pitchers are kind of falling apart for both teams here in this early ball game. Sun and now Wells. Ay caray. All right, so meeting on the mound for Team Australia, as they are they're in a bit of a jam here, man. They got 2 on, 1 out. All right, second baseman, 9th hitter for Team Korea. Min Jae Shin will be the hitter. All right, FS1 letting us know about the tiebreakers, man. Like I said, I could read it, but it's not going to resonate. It's too early in the morning right now for me to try to figure that out. Here's a left-hander. Shin takes a pitch inside from Wells. Ball 1. He falls behind. Two on, 1 out. As Wells goes outside. That one misses. 2-0 the count. Oh, man. Wells in Australia in a bit of a trouble here. 2-0 pitch to Shin. Shin connects. Fly ball over to left field. That one will be caught. Runners get back to first and second. There is now 2 outs here in the top of the second for Korea. So Wells 1 out away from just giving up minimal damage to Korea. Top of the lineup for Korea. Do Young Kim. Oh, Dave Nilsson might have seen enough. He's coming out. Slow stroll over to the mound. I got to think he's going to probably pull Wells. Wells is at 33 pitches. Yep, that'll do it. He's coming out with the hook. There will be a pitching change at the Tokyo Dome for Team Australia. All right, so Wells is out. We'll keep track to see who's next. Kiz, it worked for you. That's awesome, man. It worked. Thank you, Heaps. I'm watching you on my phone and the game on the TV. Oh, Kiza, thanks for keeping it locked here, man. Appreciate that. And I'm glad it worked for you. Shouts to our good friend here, Scott Burke, who hooked us up with that link, man. I'm glad it worked for you, man. Remember, sharing is caring, right? All right, there we go. Got to be careful with commercials here on Twitch. Got to be careful with the Kamomos. But thank you guys so much for tapping in, man. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Be on the lookout for episode 13. Yeah, that's right. This is kind of like a pop-up. This wasn't planned. Now, episode 13 is planned. Mexico versus USA, 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. We're coming right back to do the play-by-play, man. Hopefully you guys can join us, man. That's going to be just like this one, just like Australia versus Korea. That's going to be a barn burner. Should be. Very highly anticipated ball game in the WBC. And more to come. There's going to be a lot more anticipated games coming up, too. These games are just going to get that much better. So hopefully you guys can join us later on to this afternoon. 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. Kiza, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Remember, we're also live on YouTube. But yeah, Twitch, I feel like we got the score bug going. I could share links. I feel like Twitch is where it's at. If you guys want to join us, search Chin Music Podcast, and you'll find us. All right, there is 2 away. New pitcher now for Australia. Cohen Wynn will replace the left-hander Lachlan Wells on the bump with 2 outs here in the top of the second and 2 runners on for Korea. So right-handed pitcher now on the bump for Australia. 2-0 Korea as they got a 2-run shot from Moon. And they're looking for more with 1 out. All right, Wynn starts him off with a breaking pitch. This is the leadoff hitter, Kim. Or is it? Hold up. Yeah, it is. Look out. Check swing. Excuse me, swing. Over to first. First will take care of it and beat Kim to the bag. That'll do it. That'll be the 3rd out. But not before BG Moon with a moon shot. Over to right field to give Korea a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second. Korea on top. All right, man. So again, Korea strikes first against Australia after that 2-run shot from BG Moon. No doubter. We have seen some no doubter home runs out there at the Tokyo Dome. Like as soon as they hit, you know it's leaving. I don't know why, but it seems like I don't know the dimensions of the Tokyo Dome, but these ball players, man, especially out there in the Tokyo Dome, when they connect, that ball leaves in a hurry. I don't know if it's a small ballpark or I don't know, but it just seems like that ball leaves real quick out there at the Tokyo Dome. We've seen some big shots from some players in Pool C action out there at the Tokyo Dome. All right, good morning to all, man. 3:42 out here in the West Coast. Still early AF. And we're calling a baseball game. I love it. Everybody's still sleeping here at the house, man. Except for me. I'm watching baseball. I'm watching Australia versus Korea from the Tokyo Dome. Well, thanks for joining me, man. I really do appreciate you guys being here. I know a lot of you guys are probably still in bed. We know Killah's watching on his phone and tapping in over on Twitch, checking us out. Thank you for being here, Killah. And I'm glad that link worked for you. All right, bottom of the second we go with Australia coming up. They're down 2 runs. It'll be the left fielder. I always have a hard time with this name. Robbie Glendening. Robbie Glendening will be leading things off for Australia, followed by Rickson Wingrove and Robbie Perkins. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Australia. All right, there is a meeting on the mound. Umpire, trainer, they're checking out Sun, the pitcher for Korea. And it looks like he's okay. Oh, no, he's coming out. Okay, Sun's coming out. Not sure if he felt something when he was warming up, but he's not going to be able to continue in this inning. So Korea's going to the bullpen. They're going to bring out a right-handed pitcher. So we got a pitching change in Tokyo Dome. Sun can't continue. I got to think he's coming out due to an injury, which means and should mean that whoever comes in for Korea is going to have an unlimited amount of time to warm up due to an injury. So new pitcher in for Korea. Hold up. Yeah, hold up. So Sun is out. He cannot continue. And I'm guessing that he's out due to an injury. You had the trainers out there, the umpire out there, and Sun was not able to continue to start the bottom of the inning. So here we go, pitching change. Kyung Un No will be on the bump now for Korea. Kyung Un No will take over for the pitcher for Korea who just came out. Why am I drawing a blank here? Sun. Ju Young Sun. So Ju Young Sun out and Kyung Eun No in. Yeah, it always sucks when a player, especially in the WBC, has to come out due to an injury. You kind of hope they're okay and they're able to kind of get well to continue on their regular 2026 campaign for wherever they're going in their professional baseball league team, whether it's the majors or whether it's the Korean baseball league or wherever it is. You just hope they can continue for the regular teams. So hopefully the pitcher that just came out, who I keep drawing a Sun, hopefully just precautionary. Didn't look like he was in pain when he was coming off the mound. So yeah, maybe it was precautionary. All right, so new pitcher on the bump now for Korea, Kyung Eun No. Kyung Eun No facing off against Glendening. First pitch came up swinging. Strike 1 as No gets ahead. 0-1 to Glendening. In the dirt. That one was spiked by No. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Korea lead here in the bottom of the second. Robbie Glendening 0 for 2 so far in this tournament for Australia. All right, No's 1-1 pitch. Up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. First baseman Rickson Wingrove on deck for Australia. 2-1 pitch. That was a hanging breaking pitch that Glendening was able to make contact but foul it off. No with the 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, base hit over to center field by Glendening. Leadoff single to begin the inning for Australia here in the bottom of the second. So that'll bring up the tying run to the plate for Australia in Rickson Wingrove, the first baseman. Now in the batter's box. Nice piece of hit there by Glendening. Took that one straight to center field on a line drive. So runner at first, nobody out. Here's a left-hander, Rickson Wingrove. Noez, first pitch. Wingrove, cue shot. Foul ball to the left side. Strike one. Rickson Wingrove, 2 for 10, 1 home run, 1 RBI. Making his third appearance in the WBC for Australia. Glendening, the runner at first, with his lead. No from the stretch as he sets. The 0-1 to Wingrove. Ground ball to the right side now. That one's a foul ball. No gets ahead, has him in the hole now. No balls, 2 strikes. Catcher for Australia, Robbie Perkins on deck. Oh-2 from No. Pitch up and away. The catcher, Park, for Korea was basically standing up. Looks like it was a throwaway pitch. Trying to see if Rickson Wingrove took the bait. He did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman will tag the runner, throw to first, and that is a 4-3 double play. That's a nice play by the second baseman for Korea. Nice play by Shin. Min Jae Shin. Ground ball right to him. He makes the tag with the ball of the runner. Gets Glendening and then throws it to first in time to get Wingrove for the double play. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second for Korea after that double play from Shin. Very well turned. Here's Robbie Perkins, catcher for Australia with 2 outs. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1. One pitch is a line drive into the glove of the catcher. No, makes the catch, and he is fired up. So that'll do it for Australia in the bottom of the second. To the top of the third we go. 2-0 Korea. Oh, nice catch there by the pitcher on that line drive by Robbie Perkins. Just threw the glove out there, and the ball found leather for the third out. So 1 base hit, no runners left on for Australia as we go to the top of the third. Korea leading 2-0. All right, so in the top of the third coming up for Korea, it'll be the left fielder Jones, center fielder Lee, then right fielder On. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Korea. So No comes in as a injured player replacement. And he's able to, he does give up a base hit, but then he gets a double play from Shin, turned by Shin, and then a line drive by the Perkins right into the glove of No to finish off the inning there for Australia. So top of the third we go. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Good morning from the West Coast as we're about 8 minutes away from the top of the hour. 4 a.m. out here in the West Coast. Holy moly. Still early. Still early. I'm not gonna front, man. In the morning, I'm not a big morning guy right now, but I be getting up like I get up like maybe around 3. It depends what time my daughter gets up. But I feel like it's usually around 3, 4 o'clock. Go back to sleep. Then 7 o'clock, go back to sleep. 9 o'clock, then I'm up. It's been that kind of time with our daughter. Brutal adjustment. But no, right now I'm feeling good, man. I feel like I usually am up around this time before I go back to sleep. So we'll see. So far, so good here. Oh, top of the third. What did I miss? Holy moly. Wait a minute. Jones just hit a double and I missed it. Ay, caray. So, Jones with the leadoff double for Korea. Oh, man, he got a hold of that one. Split the gap out there in left center before they grab the ball. And Jones safely with a leadoff double for Korea. So, here we go. Top of the third for Korea. And already a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Jung-Hoo Lee, the hitter. Left-handed hitter for Korea. Takes a pitch outside from Win. Ball 1. Oh, man. I missed the double. Holy moly. Talking about me being lazy. All right, here we go. Win's 1-0 pitch to Jung-Hoo Lee. Lee takes a pitch low and outside. Win falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Lee in this ball game 0 for 1. Here in the second at bat, here in the top of the third. Jones with his lead over at second. So Korea trying to add to that 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. Pitch inside, called a strike. 2-1 to Lee. Hyun-Min on deck for Korea. Right fielder. Jung-Hoo Lee with a base hit, trying to split the gap to the window, to the wall. In comes Jones. Ju Lee safely at second. It's a 3-0 ball game. Korea on top. So a pair of doubles to begin the top of the third for Korea, and they have themselves a 3-0 lead here. All right, we didn't miss that double, thankfully. Oh, nice piece of hitting there by Jung-Hoo Lee. Splits the gap. Ball goes all the way to the wall. Jones comes easily to score. 3-0 Korea. Belgium in the house. Dennis. Hey, man, saludos. Hello from the West Coast. Dave Nielsen coming out with the hook. Pitching change at the Tokyo Dome. Korea with a 3-0 lead. All right, man, so Australia's going back to the bullpen. As Win will come out. Oh, man, Korea. They look the way they should have been playing in the whole Pool C so far. But for whatever reason, they're 1-2. And like I said, they need this more than Australia. But you would think Australia is kind of letting a big opportunity go to try to be one of the top 2 teams to make it out of the Pool C onto the next round. And, man, Korea is making it difficult for them right now. 3-0. As we have a pitching change at the Tokyo Dome. Yes, Dennis, thank you so much for tapping in over on our YouTube channel. Welcome in. Welcome into Chin Music. Yeah, if you guys are tapped in over on YouTube, man, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast. We do our own play-by-play of these baseball games. We do a lot of Major League Baseball games, specifically Dodger games. We're big Dodger fans. I'm not gonna front because we're only 33 minutes away from Dodger Stadium out here in the San Gabriel Valley, Los Angeles area. It's kind of where we stay, so it's kind of what we do, man. So yes, Belgium, welcome in. Belgium in the house. That's awesome. All right, pitching change. Mitch Noonborn. Mitch Noonborn will replace Cohen Wynn on the bump for Team Australia. And look at that, Hawaii popping in. Oh, Hawaii's 3 hours earlier than I am, if I'm correct. It's even earlier in Hawaii. My math is correct. It's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii. Go Dodgers, yes. What's up, Lump 808? Welcome into Chin Music. Yeah, it's a lot earlier for you guys than it is us here in the LA area. You're right, Lump. One. It's 1 out there. Holy moly. Well, welcome in. Salute. Salute to Hawaii. Let us know what island, if you can. All right, Noonborn now on the bump, right-handed pitcher for Australia. It's a 3-0 Korea lead over Australia here in the top of the third. Cleanup hitter on the hitter for Korea with the runner in scoring position. Nobody out as Noonborn falls behind on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Lump says, go Korea, and he's checking in from Oahu. Oahu in the house. 2-0 pitch. Down the pipe, there's a strike to on. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. We're in the top of the third, Korea with a early 3-0 lead in this ball game, and they're threatening for more. Oh, good breaking pitch by Noonborn. Gets the called strike. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, yeah, I totally get it. Yep, Hae-Sam Kim, although he's not in the starting lineup today. But I see why you're going for Korea. All good. Budo comment. Swing and a miss! Noonborn strikes out on. That's a punch out, and that'll be the first out in the inning. So 1 away. Runner remains in scoring position for Korea. And with 1 out, that'll bring up the designated hitter, BG Moon. Moon hit a 2-run shot for Korea in the first inning against Wells. Got the scoring started. Here he is with the runner at second. Pitch up and in. That one misses. Ball 1 to Moon. So Moon 1 for 1 with that 2-run home run for Korea. Has 2 home runs in the tournament already. 2 of them. 1-0 pitch. Moon fouls it off. Out of play into the seats. Bo Jung Moon. How far did this one go? 430-foot home run. Yeah, that was a no-doubter for sure out there in right field. No doubter. And shout outs to the fan with the Oakland Athletic jersey, the road jersey that made the catch. 1-1 pitch. Oh, Moon connects. High drive. This one's going to the window, to the wall. Jung-Hoo Lee will come around from second to score, and another double for Team Korea. Here in the top of the third, it's now a 4-0 lead as Moon connects on an RBI double. Oh, Moon having himself a big ball game. 2-run home run and now an RBI double. He's got 3 RBIs in this ball game. 4-0 Korea. Oh, man, Korea's starting to kind of run away with this one. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. All right, Noonborn's first pitch to Rowe. Hits the inside corner, called the strike. Yeah, Lump, no Hae-Sam Kim yet. No comet sighting at the Tokyo Dome. There's a swing and a miss. Budo breaking pitch. No balls, 2 strikes to Si-Hwan Rowe, who has a walk and a stolen base in today's ballgame. Runner in scoring position, 1 out for Korea. Noonborn from the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Rowe. Shortstop for Korea, Ju-Won Kim on deck. 1-2 pitch. Budo swing and a miss. Noonborn with the punch out. 2-way in the inning. So Noonborn does have 2 strikeouts in this inning. There's 2 outs. Ooh, Dave Nielsen is coming out with the hook. He's going with the left-hander who's warming up out there in the Australian bullpen. That looks like he's bringing in Wells. I think that looked like Wells to me. So Noonborn out. I got to guess Wells will be coming in for Australia with 2 outs in the top of the third. Pitching change again at the Tokyo Dome. Hold up. Okay, so 2 outs in the inning. Shortstop Ju-Won Kim will be the hitter. Australia would go, yep, it's going to be Alex Wells. If I'm correct, Australia has two, it's 2 brothers. The starter, what was the starter's name? Give me a second here. Oh, Lachlan Wells and Alex Wells. They're brothers. So Lachlan Wells started in this ballgame for Australia. Wasn't very effective. Last time we saw Alex Wells, he was being very effective against Chinese Taipei. Well, he's going to be the pitcher, the left-handed pitcher, to face most likely. I got to believe Kim is the left-hander. Let me double check here. I think that's why Dave Nielsen, the manager for Australia, is bringing him in. He wants to go lefty-lefty matchup. Oh, no, I'm just messing around. Ju-Won Kim is a right-hander. I guess he's just bringing him in just to bring him in. Okay. I thought maybe it was lefty-lefty matchup, but no. Kim is a right-handed hitter. So Dave Nielsen, the manager for Australia, just bringing Alex Wells. Dang, 4-0 Korea over Australia already. As Australia trying to keep this game from getting out of hand, but it's already a 4-0 deficit. I feel like it's already gone out of hand for Australia. All right, so Alex Wells, new pitcher on the bump for Australia, left-hander. And yes, sure enough, last time we saw him, Alex Wells, very impressive. I want to say he had at least five strikeouts in the ballgame before he had to come out due to the pitch count. But he was very effective for Australia in that first game of the WBC. All right, here he is against Kim. Starts him off with strike 1. Runner at second, 2 outs for Korea. He in the top of the third. Korea already with a 4-0 lead over Australia. Alex Wells, 0-1 pitch. And he hits the inside corner, called a strike. Quickly gets ahead of Kim. No balls, 2 strikes. Has him in the hole. 0-2 pitch from Wells. That one's connected over the shortstop. Jared Dale will throw the ball over to first in time to get Kim. 6-3 on the putout. That'll do it. That'll be the 3rd out, but not before. Another pair of runs comes in for Korea to make it 4-0 over Australia. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd, Korea on top. All right, man. So another 2 runs come in for Korea there in the top of the 3rd. So Australia, man, they're going to have to start chipping away at this lead. Offense is going to have to respond because unfortunately, the pitching for Australia has kind of let them down. And you got to give the credit to the Korean hitters as well. They've been tagging some pitches for sure. Budo extra base hits. So 4-0 Korea as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Coming up for Australia in the bottom of the 3rd, 9-1-2 hitters. Tim Kennelly, leadoff hitter Travis Bazana, and third baseman Curtis Mead. So we'll see if Australia is able to start chipping away at the lead. They'll be chasing 4 runs. So they'll have their hands full trying to do that. But yeah, man, thanks for tapping in. This is Chin Music episode 14. Australia versus Korea in Pool C play in the World Baseball Classic for 2026. Thanks for tapping in. Oh, and also, hopefully you guys could join us. Hopefully you guys could join. As a matter of fact, I need to make my scene, but hopefully you guys could join us for for Mexico versus USA later on this afternoon. 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. That should be a doozy. That's going to be a barn burner, man. Heck of a matchup with two pretty much powerhouses in the WBC. And it will be one of the first like really dope matches in this 2026. First of many. There'll be other ones. There'll be other big matches coming up. But in pool play, this is like one of the main ones. USA versus Mexico. And they'll be squaring off at 5 o'clock today. Hopefully you guys can join us here on the streams. We should be live on YouTube, and we will be live on Twitch. Over on Twitch, just search Chin Music Podcast, and you'll find us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. All right, here we go. 4-0 Korea over Australia. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Australia to begin the bottom of the third. So no, still on the bump for Korea. As Kennedy fouls it off to the left side. And No quickly has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. They're showing a gentleman who, I don't know what he has. He has some sort of bingo card. I don't know what he has, but they keep showing him. If anybody knows what that sign means, let me know in the chat. 0-2 pitch to Kennedy. Breaking pitch. Fouled off. At-bat continues. Leadoff hitter for Australia, Travis Bazana on deck. Kennedy, he's 2 for 8 in this tournament. 4th career WBC appearance for Australia. No with the 0-2 pitch. To Tim Kennedy in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lump, USA. I know who you're going for, Lump. Say no more. I'm not gonna front, man. I'm going for Team Mexico. That's my pick to win this WBC. Team Mexico. My reasoning for that is I was very impressed the way they played in 2023. I feel like they shocked a lot of people, and I think they're going to carry it over to this tournament. Oh, breaking pitch. Oh, no. And the catcher, Park, thought they had strike 3. Home plate umpire called it a ball as the count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, trying to throw a looping curveball, and they thought they had strike 3. Nope. Called ball 2. Here's 2-2 pitch to Kennedy in the dirt. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No with the payoff pitch. Jab shot. Ground ball to second. Throw to first. In time to get Kennedy. 4-3 on the putout. 1 away. So Min Jae Shin throws out Tim Kennedy out at first. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third for Australia. Top of the lineup coming up. Travis Bazana will be the hitter. Left-handed hitter for Australia. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout today. Team Australia needs to try to get something going. Anything. Noes first pitch to Bazana. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Ball 1 to Bazana. Third baseman for Australia, Curtis Mead on deck. One 0 pitch. Pitch is down low out of the strike zone. No falls behind the count to Bazana. 2 balls, no strikes. Knows about to throw his 22nd pitch of the ballgame. 2-0 pitch. That one missed upstairs. Falls behind 3-0 to Bazana. Yeah, Australia needs some runners on, so any way Bazana could get on, man. Just to help the cause. 3-0 pitch. Bazana taking all the way. On a pitch down the pipe. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count to Travis Bazana. The kid sensation from Australia. Here's a 3-1. Big swing and a miss by Bazana. And No works the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Travis Bazzana steps back into the box. No. Back on the bump as he sets. Here's his payoff pitch. Oh, what a breaking pitch by No. He froze up Travis Bazzana. Budo punch out. Oh, what a wicked pitch, man. That's a nasty pitch. Budo nasty pitches. Strikes out Travis Bazzana looking. And we call that peeping Tom here on Chin Music. Curtis Mead, the hitter, takes a breaking pitch down low from No. Ball 1. Curtis Mead today 1 for 1 with a single. Went up the middle on that single. 1-0 pitch from No. Darts a fastball down the pipe. Count goes even to Mead. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Ground ball over the shortstop. Throw to first in time, and Australia goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. To the fourth we go. Korea with a 4-0 lead. Oh, man. Nothing doing there for Australia. Real quick, man, I want to see what that pitch was that No struck out Bazzana on, because that pitch was nasty. Oh, it was a changeup. He froze. It was the only changeup he threw to Travis Bazzana, but man, he froze him up nasty. Bazzana didn't know what he threw him. Looked at strike 3. Yeah, that was a nasty pitch by No. All right, so to the top of the fourth we go. Coming up for Team Korea, 8-9-1 hitters coming up. And that means catcher Don Won Park, second baseman Jay Shin, and the leadoff hitter, third baseman Do Young Kim. 8-9-1 hitters coming up in the top of the fourth for Korea. 4-0 lead. Oh, and Lump, I really do appreciate you popping in over on the Twitch channel to drop that follow. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you, Lump. And Lump, I hope you consider also subscribing to the channel over on the YouTube channel, man. Good to have you here, Lump. Appreciate all the follows, all the subscriptions on both the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel. Thank you guys very much. As we are checking out Korea versus Australia. Korea with a 4-0 lead as this ball game heads over to the top of the fourth. I see you, Lump. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And I'll shoot that follow right back to you on the Twitch side of things. Oh, you subscribe to? Oh man, appreciate that, brother. Real quick, man, I'm getting close to 700 subscribers over on my on the YouTube channel. I'll be honest, man, it is really tough to get subscribers. Even though subscribing is free on YouTube, it is tough to get subscribers on YouTube. So the fact that I'm getting close to 700 subscribers, man, I really do appreciate it. So thanks, Lump. It gets me that much closer to 700 subs. Appreciate it. Yeah, let me shoot you that follow too, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Bam! Just followed you, brother. Thank you. We good. Yeah, I would say it's a pretty good milestone, right? 700 subscribers on YouTube. 300 subscribers away from 1,000. Yeah, man. Definitely. All right, Alex Wells back on the bump for Australia. Facing the catcher for Korea, Park. 3 balls, 1 strike. Wells falls behind a Park. 8th hitter in the lineup for Korea today. 3-1 pitch. Oh, Budo swing and a miss. Park went down to a knee on that swing. Came up empty. Wells works a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second baseman Shin on deck for Korea. Right-handed hitter Park. Here's the payoff pitch to Alex Wells. Swing and a miss! Alex Wells punches him out. That'll be the first out here to begin the top of the fourth. FS1 showing all those hard hits from Korea in today's ballgame, man. Pitches that have been down the pipe more or less, and they have not missed. Here's Shin, left-handed hitter, ninth hitter in the lineup for Korea. Takes a pitch outside from Wells, called the ball. Leadoff hitter, third baseman Kim on deck. Shin 0 for 1 in today's ballgame. Slaps it over to the shortstop. Jared Dale throws him out at first. So Alex Wells, 2 up, 2 quick outs. Here to begin the top of the fourth. Again, Japan in Pool C 3-0. Australia 2-1. Korea 1-2. Korea needs this more than anybody. They need this dub, and luckily for them, they are up 4-0 here in the top of the fourth. So, Team Korea trying to shake things up in Pool C, at least for the second team that will be going to the next round. Because right now it seems like Japan's definitely in there. There's a pop fly over to the center fielder. Whitefield, who waits for it, makes the catch. And Alex Wells in Australia with a quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Australia down by 4. All right, so Alex Wells. Australia needed that. They needed a quick inning to get back into the offensive side of things, man. They're down 4. And they just got that there from their pitcher. Oh, it looks like we got hey, we did get the 700 subs on YouTube. Hey, appreciate that, man. I am going to do a special stream to commemorate the 700 subs. I'm going to open up, I don't think I have them here, but I got 2 boxes that we're going to be picking from. I got a 2024 Topps Jumbo box and a 1993 Flair Classic box to rip open. It'll be viewer's choice. But yeah, man, we got a 700 subs. I see it, man. Nice whole number on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys very much. Really do appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, Lump, thanks for helping out with that, man. Really do appreciate it. 700 subs. Brutal whole number. Super dope. Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. Appreciate the support. Hope you guys are enjoying the call of the game. And remember, you guys can follow along as well, man. FS1 is actually showing the game. And it's kind of what we do here, man. Brutal game companion status. I do my own play-by-play. But, you know, we keep it busy on the chat. All right, bottom of the fourth we go. Coming up for Australia. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Whitefield, Hall, and Dale. Australia down by 4. That offense needs to get going. All right, guys, real quick. All right, I'm going to try to keep this going for one more, one more slot. Then I'm going to do a battery check. I'm on my last indicator, so I'm going to have to change my batteries for my battery packs. I'll do that in between innings. Pool C upcoming schedule. Czechia, who has been eliminated, they're going to face Japan. And you got to think Japan's going to be all over Czechia, the Czech Republic. And that's why a lot of folks do believe Japan's like a shoe-in. They're basically a shoe-in. They're going to be a shoe-in as one of the 2 teams to come out of that Pool C. All right, Hyung Jun So now on the bump for Korea as he's facing Alex Whitefield, center fielder for Australia. 4-0 Korea on top here in the bottom of the fourth. Aaron Whitefield is a walk in this ballgame. 3 for 12 in the tournament. 1-1 pitch from So. Ooh, Whitefield. Nicely hit ball down to left at the track. Left fielder John Jones will make the catch, and that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Whitefield gave it a ride, but not deep enough. 1 away. Designated hitter for Australia, Alex Hall up next. Cleanup hitter for Australia. All right, Lump, I'm rooting for Japan to take the WBC. Yeah, that's a good pick, brother. Who you got for the championship round? 2 teams. Oh, good question. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, one of my picks, like I said, it's Mexico, right? I don't know how the tournament kind of stacks up, so I wouldn't know how it would go, but I don't know. I would say Mexico. Yeah, maybe Japan or maybe the DR. I was gonna say maybe Australia, but no. You gotta go with probably Japan, right? Japan's gonna be back in there. I would think, man, it would be a major, major upset if they weren't in the championship game at least. So I would say Mexico versus Japan. Mexico with the upset. That's the way I would go. 3-0 pitch to Alex Hall. So throws him a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th for Australia. They're down 4 runs. Australia needs runners. They would love a walk here from Alex Hall. 3-1 pitch from So. Inside corner called the strike. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Alex Hall. Shortstop. Jared Dale on deck. Payoff pitch from So. That one's connected. Fly ball. Jung-Hoo Lee calling for it. Jung-Hoo Lee will make the catch. 2 outs. 2 quick outs for Australia here in the bottom of the 4th. All right, here we go. Pool C scenarios. If Australia wins, they advance to the quarterfinals, so they need a win. If Korea wins, they're still eligible to advance based on tiebreaker scenarios. One of those tiebreaker scenarios, I believe, is runs. And Japan they've already won Pool C, so they're already in. Japan's already into the next round. The question here is, who else will join Japan out of Pool C to get on to the next round? So those are some of the scenarios in Pool C. Great to see Korea fans along with Australia fans over at the Tokyo Dome. That one just missed. Jared Dale, 0 for 1 with the ground out today. 3 for 12 in the tournament. So with the 1-1 pitch to the shortstop for Australia, Jared Dale. Popped them up. Left field. John Jones under this one. Can of corn. 1, 2, 3 goes Australia in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 4-0 Korea lead. All right, guys, I'm going to change my batteries. I'll be right back, guys. Hold up. The last thing I want to do is blow out your ears. So we'll be back. Hold up. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Puro battery check. Sometimes I do forget. I do got the internal mic on my video audio mixer, but yeah, man, what happens is if I don't check the batteries, my power packs, when they turn off, they make the most loudest static noise. And I'll be honest, I have the headphones, and when that happens, man, oh my gosh, my ears really hurts my ears. And I'm pretty sure it hurts the viewers' ears as well, because it's a really loud, static noise when the power packs get turned off or when the batteries run out. So it's always up to me to try to monitor the batteries. But yeah, it was about time to change them up. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Okay, batteries have been switched. And I think we're good to go, man. All right, we're good. 1 2 1 2, right? We're sounding hot. Check. 1. Yep, we're good. All right, we're about to hit 4:30 out here in the West Coast. Still early AF. But thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, man, let us know. Like Lump, for example, like are you like just hanging out at the house? Are you at work? Are you going to be getting ready for work? Getting ready for school, perhaps? Like, what are we doing right now besides watching or listening to the game? Like, I'm in my studio garage. I'm just chilling right here. We're live streaming it. I'm doing my play by play. That's what I'm doing. Everybody at the house right now is asleep. That's what we're up to. All right, top of the fifth we go. Alex Wells still on the bump. Left-handed pitcher for Australia. John Jones, the hitter. John Jones, the second hitter in the lineup for Korea today. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a run. 1-1 pitch from Wells. Jones with a swing and a miss. Wells gets ahead. 2 balls, 1 strike. Center fielder for Korea, Jung-Hoo Lee on deck. All right, Lump is playing Fortnite while streaming it on my PC. Man, Lump, you're multitasking, homie. That's what's up. Playing Fortnite. 1-2 pitch. Pop out of play. Count remains the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes to John Jones. Another 1-2 pitch offering from Alex Wells. Jones pops it up. Shallow center. Shortstop will give way for the center fielder, Whitefield, who makes the catch. That'll be the first out to begin the top of the fifth. John Jones retired. And with 1 out in the inning, that'll bring up Jung-Hoo Lee, center fielder for Korea. Jung-Hoo Lee, 1 for 2, a double, an RBI, has scored a run for Korea today. All right, first offering from Wells, misses. Ball 1 to Jung-Hoo Lee, who's 5 for 15 in the tournament. Has been very effective for Team Korea in the WBC this year. There's a strike from Wells, evens up the count against Lee. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Oh, big looping breaking pitch. Curveball. Called the strike. Wells gets ahead of Lee. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch up and in, misses. Count goes even. 2-2 to Lee. Right fielder for Korea, Hyun-Min An on deck. 2-2 pitch. Lee goes after it, pops it up. Foul ball territory into the seats. Count stays even. Four nothing Korea. Top of the fifth. Another 2-2 pitch. Wells to Jung-Hoo Lee. Jam shot. Shallow right. Second baseman. Nope. It'll be the shortstop, Dale, to make the catch out there in shallow right. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the fifth. Jung-Hoo Lee's retired. Base is empty for Australia. Hyun-Min An will be the hitter. Right-handed hitter for Korea. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run. 3 for 11 in the tournament. Takes a pitch down low from Wells. Ball 1. Wells goes way inside on the next pitch. Falls behind to An. 2 balls, no strikes. Alex Wells about to make his 27th pitch of the ball game for Australia. 2-0 pitch. Low and outside. 3-0. Wells falls behind. And again, pitchers are limited to only 65 pitches before they got to get pulled. Puro pitch count. 3-0 pitch with An taken out of the way. Wells delivers a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. BG Moon, designated hitter for Korea. He's on deck. All right, Wells gets a strike to An, who calls a timeout as the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Ooh. On. Turns on it. And that one is foul. Hooked left down the left field line. Oh, man. On all over that pitch from Wells. But, man, he turned the hell out of it and pulled it just a little too much. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It was a towering shot from On, but definitely hooked it left. Another payoff pitch. And did he hit On? Yeah, it looked like he hit On. It was an inside pitch from Wells. Ends up hitting On. Almost like in the calf, it looked like. So runner at first. 2 outs for Team Korea as the inning continues. Here's Bo Jung Moon. 2 for 2. A home run, a double. 3 RBIs for Korea today. First pitch from Alex Wells. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hits the outside corner, called a strike. Wells gets ahead. Oh, yeah, Alex Wells needs to be careful here with BG Moon. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. No swing. Count goes even to Moon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moon able to check his swing. Wells with the 1-1 pitch. Instead, a check over at first. On back to the bag safely on that head first slide. One from Wells to BG Moon. There goes the runner. On will be safe at second. Jared Dale, the shortstop for Australia, was trying to deke On into believing that the ball got past him. But On stays put at second after that stolen base. Puro head first slide. So runner in scoring position for Korea. 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Account to BG Moon. Pitch from Wells. Moon connects. Foul ball. Out of play. Count stays 1-2. Lump. How do they settle tiebreakers for pull play? Yeah, so I think one of the merits is run differential. Or how many runs they score, I believe. And then it gets wacky after that. That one just missed outside. Count goes even to Moon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wacky in the sense like, oh, now they got to check like the team ERA. So it gets wacky after runs. Like who scores the more runs? Moon goes to left. Hot shot to the window, to the wall. Another run comes in for Korea. It's a 5-0 Korea lead. BG Moon unstoppable in this ball game. 3 for 3. Wow. BG Moon, don't look now. BG Moon's a triple away from a cycle. It's got a 2-run shot, a double, a single in this ball game already. Another RBI by BG Moon. Went with the pitch. Oppo Taco off the top of the wall. Ball almost went yard. Stayed in. Nevertheless, another run came in for Korea, and it's now a 5-0 Korea lead. Roll the batter now for Korea. Runner at first, 2 outs. 0-1 pitch from Wells. Ground ball to the left side, foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Rowe. 5-0 Korea. Korea keeps stacking runs, and it's going to make it that much difficult for Australia to try to chip at the lead. They have not been able to do that just yet. Strike 3 called to Rowe. Got caught looking, peeping Tom status, but not before another run comes in for Korea, and it's a 5-0 Korea lead. Oh, man, bottom of the 5th we go, and Australia is in trouble. They've been in trouble all game, man, straight up. But it is not looking good. Oh, man. Man, just when I was kind of like leaning towards Australia, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could see Australia beating Korea and being this second team to represent Pool C, but doesn't look like it right now. Far from it. 5-0 deficit of Australia versus Korea. Oh, you know what? I got a water in the freezer. I got to get it before it freezes over. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. I don't think it froze, but it did get like slushed up, man. All right, I'm going to let it sit. Ay, caray. Okay, so this ball game is headed to the bottom of the fifth. Australia down 5 runs now. Coming up for Australia in the bottom of the fifth, they'll have the left fielder, Robbie Glendening. First baseman, Rickson Wingrove. And catcher, Robbie Perkins due up. 6, 7, 8 coming up for Australia as they are down 5 runs. Not good. Not good if you're Australia. Especially not good when, man, you kind of were on the driver's seat and Australia not taking advantage. And this is going to cause chaos in Pool C if Korea hangs on to this dub. Because tiebreaker scenarios are going to have to be implemented. And it's going to cause chaos. Which is, a lot of people like chaos. And they keep showing the gentleman with that poster. What is in that poster? Does he have the scenarios on how Korea stays alive? Is that what it is? All right, check swing. Puro swing. Strike 1 to Glendening. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're showing the scenarios. And I think that's what that poster is. It's a scenario on how Korea can continue on and make it out of Pool C into the next rounds. I got to think that's what the poster is. That fan is holding up. He's like, this is how Korea can make it. Refer to the poster. 0-2 pitch to Robbie Glendening. Ooh, that one just missed outside by So. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Korea with a 5-0 lead over Australia. One-two pitch to Glendening. That one's low. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First baseman Rickson Wingrove on deck for Australia. They need runners on. They need to start chipping away here real quick against Korea. So with the 2-2 pitch. Glendening pops it up. High drive. Jung-Hoo Lee going back at the track at the wall. This one's gone. Australia on the board here in the bottom of the fifth. Glendening goes yard for Australia. They're down 4 now. So Australia finally gets on the board thanks to a solo home run by Robbie Glendening. It's a 5-1 Korea lead. And yeah, Australia's starting to get hyped up here in the bottom of the fifth. Maybe that'll get him going. Let's go, he says. Here's Rickson Wingrove, left-handed hitter for Australia. That's what they need to do. They need to start chipping away at this lead. And that solo shot will help them do just that. As Glendening clears the wall for that solo shot. 1-0 pitch to Rickson Wingrove. Called a strike. Another look at Glendening's solo blast. And up in the air as he crosses first base. No, he knew that was gone. 1-1 pitch to Rickson Wingrove is a foul ball. So gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catcher Robbie Perkins on deck for Australia. Rickson Wingrove today 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. 1-2 pitch to the left-hander. Swing and a miss. So with the punch out. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fifth for Australia. Here's the catcher for Australia, Robbie Perkins against So. First pitch. Down the pipe, called a strike. And again, pool scenarios. If Australia wins, they advance to the quarterfinals. But if Korea wins, still eligible to advance depending on the tiebreaker situations. So we're going to miss there from Robbie Perkins. So gets ahead, has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Basically chaos if Korea wins. And they're up 5-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. As Korea is trying to chip away at this lead. So goes outside, but you already know home plate umpire's not calling that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Robbie Perkins. 9th hitter, Tim Kennelly, right fielder for Australia. He's on deck. So with the 1-2 pitch. That pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Perkins. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So back-to-back punch-outs here in the bottom of the fifth. 2 away. So after giving up that leadoff solo home run to Glendening, So the pitcher for Korea, back-to-back punch-outs. Now facing the 9th hitter for Australia, Tim Kennelly, who's 0 for 1. First pitch, outside corner, called the ball. Kennelly 0 for 1 with that ground out in today's ballgame. 2 for 9 in the tournament for Australia. 1-0 from So. Catches the inside corner there. Evens up the count against Kennelly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lump, I was taking Australia, bro, to be honest with you. Kennelly fouls it out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So gets ahead of the count. They're only down 4 runs, Lump. Yeah, I got Australia. Not looking good, but they're still in it. They're on the board. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Count goes even to Kennelly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kid sensation, leadoff hitter for Australia, Travis Bazana on deck. So with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Count remains the same. Another 2-2 from So coming. Tim Kennelly with another foul ball. Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Ain't nothing to lose. Tim Kennelly, 2-time Helms Award winner in the ABL. That's the Australian Baseball League out there. Poodle MVP. One of 2 players to win multiple Helms Awards. Tim Kennelly, the 9th hitter for Australia. Another 2-2 pitch from So. That one just missed low and outside. Good at bat by Tim Kennelly. Works a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What was it? 9th pitch of the at bat coming up? Payoff pitch. Another foul ball. Tim Kennelly, he's working that pitch count from the pitcher for Korea, So. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Tim Kennelly. He's working them. Another payoff pitch. Cannon Lee, ground ball. Second baseman, throw to first. Shin throws him out. That'll be the third out. Cannon Lee finally retired, but not before. Australia, thanks to a solo shot by Glendening, they get on the board. It's a 5-1 Korea lead as this ball game goes to the 6th inning. Let's go. Lump, I got you. Yeah, they kept Japan at bay for a while. Oh my gosh, did they ever, right? Like it took to like the 8th inning where Japan finally got the lead, but then Australia made it very interesting in that 9th after that. So I forget who hit the home run, but made it a 1-run ball game. It was a close one, man. Really tight game. That's why I was kind of almost certain that Australia was maybe going to pull away with it. Like I said, they still have a puncher's chance here in this ball game, but Korea had other plans. They're like, wait a minute, not yet. We can make things really interesting if we get the dub. And as of right now, they're up 5-1 as we go to the top of the 6th. All right, coming up for Korea, it'll be the shortstop Kim, catcher Park, and second baseman Shin. 7, 8, 9 hitters as we go to the top of the 6th. Don't forget, later on this afternoon, 5 o'clock to be exactly, out here in the West Coast, USA versus Mexico. And we'll be back here on Chin Music for episode 13. I'll be going live around the 4 o'clock hour to get it. Yeah, am I yawning? Holy moly. 4 o'clock hour to set all that up. I will be keeping score at that game as well, man. Mexico versus USA. I believe that's Pool B action, if I'm correct. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me here this morning over on the YouTube and the Twitch channel. YouTube at DJ Killah Noez. Or actually, it's at Killah Noez on the YouTube channel and at Chin Music Podcast on the Twitch channel. So there's that gentleman again holding up the scenario. I guess we'll call it the scenario poster. I got to think those are the scenarios. He's just holding it like this the whole game. He's so committed with that poster. All right, Alex Wells back on the bump. He's at 42 pitches. Remember, pitchers can only go up to 65 pitches before they got to get pulled, as he faces Kim to begin the top of the 6th. 2-0 pitch. Kim pops it up, out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike down the count. It's a 5-1 Korea lead here in the top of the 6th. Because that poster looks like a bingo card almost. You know what it looks like? It almost looks like those Super Bowl square cards. Because he's got number across and numbers going down as well. So it reminds me also of and what is that girl eating? Looks like she's got some sort of burrito or sandwich. All right, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Alex Well with the punch out. Kim retired here to begin the top of the 6th. 1 away. That'll bring up the catcher, Dong-Won Park, up next. So Ju-Won Kim goes down swinging for the first out. Here's Park. First pitch to Park, down the middle from Wells, strike 1. Wells gets ahead. Park today 0 for 1 with a walk. Walk for Park. Check swing, no swing. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 9th hitter for Korea, the second baseman, Jae Shin. Pitch inside, misses from Wells. 2-1 to Park. Yeah, they're going after all those tiebreakers right now. Oh man, Park connects. High drive deep to left. This one is off the top of the wall. Park will pull up at second with a one-out double to be here in the top of the sixth for Team Korea. Oh, man, Park just kept it in the park barely. That one was off the top of the wall, man. I thought for sure Park was going to go yard on that one, but no. Ball stays in play. It looked like Park thought he had one. Hard connection over to left field off the top of the wall. Becomes a double for Park. Look at that. Look how close he came. Right in the top of the wall. So runner in scoring position for Korea with one out. Ninth hitter Shin, left-handed hitter now against Wells. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch outside, ball one to Shin. Shin today 0 for 2, line out and a ground out. And again, Korea with another runner in scoring position with one out here in the top of the sixth. Shin pops it up. Foul ball territory. Third baseman going out there. Curtis Mead will watch this one go into the stands. Foul ball. Count goes even to Shin now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed pitcher Jack O'Loughlin warming up in the Australian bullpen. As Alex Wow is creeping up on that 65 pitch limit. Pitch outside misses to Shin. 2 balls, 1 strike. We take a look at Young Hyun Park warming up in the Korea bullpen. 2-1 pitch to Shin. Shin with, Curtis Mead! Wow, hot shot from Shin, but Curtis Mead, third baseman for Australia, makes the catch. 2 away here in the top of the sixth. Gotta look at this replay again, but looked like Curtis Mead went a little upstairs to make that catch. Yes, he did. Little hop and a skip to make that grab on that hot shot from Shin. 2 away. Nice play by Curtis Mead. Top of the lineup we go. D.Y. Kim now the hitter. Look at this. Curtis Mead. Puro hot shot, but makes the grab. 1-0 pitch from Wells to Kim. In the dirt, that one gets away from Perkins. Runner well advanced. Park ends up at third with 2 outs. Wild pitch by Alex Wells allows Park to go from second to third. Two-0 pitch to Kim. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch from Wells. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Kim 0 for 3. Pop out, ground out, fly out. 2-1 pitch. Line drive. Base hit to right field. Park will come in. 6-1 Korea here in the top of the sixth. That's a big clutch 2-out single by Kim. D.Y. Kim comes through for Korea here in the top of the sixth. And it's back to a 5-run lead for Korea over Australia. As Korea is trying to shake things up in Pool C in Japan. Oppo taco knock by Kim. Just hit them where they ain't. Buenos días, Ed. Australia contra Korea. 6-1 Corea. Yeah. A las 3 empezó. Ay, ay, ay. Okay then. Just my pops is already up. He always gets up early though. He goes for his morning walk. All right, man. So pitching change as Alex Walls comes out. He's knocked out of the ball game. That means Jack O'Loughlin, another left-hander, will come into this ball game. He'll be facing Ja Jones with a runner at first and 2 outs. With Korea now 6-1 over Australia. And the knocks don't stop for Korea in this one. All right, stick around too, guys. Before we call it a stream, I will be ripping up baseball cards, man. I got a few boxes I need to get into, so be on the lookout for that. Also, over on the YouTube channel, I just dropped last night my latest one of my latest openings, and we actually did that live. We did that opening live here a couple of episodes ago here on Chin Music after the one of those WBC games, but it's one of the mega boxes, and I just edited and dropped the video last night. It's the one where I got the Adrian Beltre orange 25 of 25. So that video is now up for your viewing pleasure over on my YouTube channel at Killah Noez. Amongst other shorts that I have up in there of me ripping up baseball cards, and also my Mexico versus Great Britain highlights, which got me over 2,000 views, man. Always appreciate the views from the shorts, especially when my video kind of blows up a little bit. Look, I consider 2,000 views a blow up for sure. My other views get like 25 views, 31 views, 45 views. So when I get like over 2K views, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. It's a win for me. All right, O'Loughlin, left-handed pitcher now on the bump for Australia, takes over for Alex Walls with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Korea with a 6-1 lead. Runner at first, 2 down. Ja Jones, the hitter, pops it up, foul. So O'Loughlin gets ahead of the count to Ja Jones. No balls, 1 strike. Jack O'Loughlin in 1 game has pitched 3 innings, has given up 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. In the WBC for 2026 for Jack O'Loughlin as he misses upstairs to Ja Jones. Count goes even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 outs for Korea, 1-1 pitch. Jones pops it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. O'Loughlin gets ahead of the count. One-two pitch. Jones connects, ground ball to shortstop. Jared Dale, underhand flip over to second for the 4th out, and that'll do it for Korea. But Korea, another run. They take a 6-1 lead to the bottom of the 6th. And it gets just that much tougher for Australia as they're now facing not only a 5-run deficit, but they got a few, only, what is it? So after 6, 7, 8, they only got 4 innings to try to chip away at the lead. That's why they got to get going now. Down 5 runs, 6-1 over Korea. They got to start chipping away. Chip, chip, chip. Yeah, and again, if somehow Australia is able to somehow come back and get the dub, they will represent Pool C along with Japan as the 2 teams to continue on to the next round. But if Korea wins, they will cause havoc. And Pool C may be decided on tiebreaker stipulations. All right, pitching change for Korea. Young Hyun will replace Hyung-jun So. Young Hyun will be on the bump for Korea to begin the bottom of the 6th against Australia. Coming up for Australia, they'll have the top of the lineup coming up. Second baseman Travis Bazana, third baseman Curtis Mead, and center fielder Alex Whitefield will be coming up. Excuse me, Aaron Whitefield. Aaron Whitefield. Not Alex. Uh-oh. Got to ban some bots over on the Twitch channel real quick. Hold up. There we go. See ya. Yeah, 6-1 Korea over Australia. And again, it just kind of sucks knowing that Australia, man, the ball was on the court, man, but now it's become this much difficult as they have a 5-run deficit to try to work on. So here we go, bottom of the 6th. Hyun versus Bazana. Who leads it off for Australia to begin the bottom of the 6th? First pitch way outside from Young Hyun Park. All right, Park. It said Young Hyun, but he has another name, Park. Cool. I'll call him Park. All right, Park throws a strike to Bazana to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know why Game Day just had him as Hyung Yun. There we go. Yeah, no, they had it. They had Park. Okay. 1-1 pitch. Check swing, no swing, but called a strike. Park gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curtis Mead on deck for Australia. Tries Bazana today. Fly out, strikeout. He's 0 for 2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Park strikes out Bazana. So Bazana goes down again, and he'll be the first out here to begin the bottom of the 6th for Australia. Puro swing and a miss. Puro punch out. Here's Curtis Mead. Curtis Mead, 1 for 2 with a single. Oh, look out. Curtis Mead got drilled by Park. And Curtis Mead, I'm pretty sure, did not like that, man. He took it on the shoulder, quickly looked at Park, and Park is kind of apologizing to Curtis Mead as that ball got away. Took it in the back of the arm. Oh, man, that one hurt. Yeah, Park, that one got away. As he was apologizing to Mead as he was going down and walking down the first base line. So runner at first for Australia. 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up the third hitter for Australia in the lineup. Center fielder Aaron Whitefield. Whitefield 0 for 1 with a walk. Runner at first for Australia. First pitch to Whitefield. That one misses low and away. Ball 1. Australia chasing 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one catches the corner for Park. Evens up the count to Whitefield. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch down the pipe, taken for strike 2. Whitefield thought it was maybe low. Home plate umpire called it a strike. And now Park ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Designated hitter Alex Hall on deck for Australia. 1-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Laid off. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Whitefield. Oh, check over at first. Curtis Mead back to the bag. Little surprise pickoff move from Park. 2-2 pitch. Whitefield connects. Oh, that's a ground ball. Shortstop. Second baseman. Third baseman. 6-4-3 double play. Inning over for Australia. At the end of 6, we go to the 7th. 6-1 Korea on top. Oh, man. Inning-ending double play. And that's a wrap for Australia there in the 6th. So this ball game moves to the 7th now. Oh, man. Puro 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Dang, just when you thought maybe after that hit by pitch for Curtis Mead, like, all right, Australia could maybe try to work something. Nope. Double play erases any thought of that. So we go to the 7th. All right, coming up for Team Korea as we go to the top of the 7th, it'll be center fielder Jung-Hoo Lee, right fielder Hyun-Min An, and the designated hitter, so far player of the game, Bo Jeong-moon. 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Korea as we go to the top of the 7th. 6-1 Korea lead over Australia. Ay caray. All right, quick reminder, programming note, we'll be going live again this afternoon, 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. Mexico versus USA, live from Houston, Texas. And we'll be going live around the 4 o'clock hour. First pitch should be a little bit after 5 o'clock. Paul Skeens on the bump for Team Mexico. For Team, did I say Paul Skeens in the bump? Paul Skeens on the bump for Team USA. Look, it's still morning here. Like, it's barely a little past 5 o'clock. It's still early in the morning here, man. I'm still getting all my bearings together here. Trying to shake off the cobwebs. Ay caray. Anyway, Paul Skeens on the bump for Team USA against Mexico. All right, 6-1, Korea on top of Australia as we begin the top of the 7th. Jung-Hoo Lee leading things off. Jack O'Loughlin back on the bump for Australia. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo Lee connects. High fly ball over to left field. This one will be caught by Tim Kennelly. And that'll be the first out to begin the top of the 7th for Korea. It was actually Robbie Glendening who made the catch out there and left. I believe Tim Kennelly is in right. Hyun-Min An, 1 for 2, single walk, 2 runs and a stolen base in today's game for Korea. Very active. Takes a pitch from O'Loughlin, called a strike. Six-1 Korea lead here in the top of the 7th. 0-1 pitch from O'Loughlin. Breaking pitch inside. Count goes even to An. 1 ball, 1 strike. BG Moon on deck for Korea. Pitch in the dirt. 2-1. So Korea very much so trying to cause havoc in Pool C. Tiebreakers might be put in effect to figure out who's going to be the second team to come out of the Pool C into the next round, along with Japan. 3 balls, 1 strike to count to An. 1 out in the inning for Korea. There's Moon on deck. BG Moon, player of the game so far for Korea. Pitch hits the outside corner for O'Loughlin, called the strike. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to An. An will call a timeout. Basically said, hold up. Payout pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Another payout pitch from O'Loughlin. And another foul ball from An. Count stays full. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up from Jack O'Loughlin. Another payoff. That's a ground ball down the left field, down the third baseline. Curtis Mead might as well just put that one in his back pocket. That's a swinging butt off the bat of An. 1 out single for Korea. Went down the third baseline. Curtis Mead is like, I got no shot. Ball will end up in his back pocket. That'll bring up BG Moon up to bat for Team Korea, who's 3 for 3. Home run, double, and a single. It was a triple away from a cycle. 11 RBIs already in this tournament. That's the most RBIs in the first round by a player. Ground ball to the right side. 4-6-3 double play. Australia flips it. Inning-ending double play for Australia. We go to the bottom of the 7th, stretch time at the Tokyo Dome with Korea on top 6-1. Oh, man, so they finally get BG Moon. And they get him on an inning-ending double play. All right, man, the time is now for Australia if they're going to have any glimpse of a chance to try to get back in this game. They are down 5 runs, and they need to get going. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, coming up for Australia, it'll be the designated hitter, Alex Hall, shortstop, Jared Dale, and left fielder, Robbie Gleddening. I'm correct. That's the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Australia. Down 5 runs as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Okay, I did want to see who the starting pitcher for Team Mexico will be later on today. Pretty sure it's been announced. There we go. It'll be Paul Skeens for USA and Manny Barreda. Manny Barreda will be pitching for Team Mexico. Manny Barreda, who's in the Oreo organization, I believe. Yep, yes he is. He'll be on the bump for Team Mexico facing Paul Skeens. That game is at 5 o'clock, and we will have the action here on Chin Music. At Killah Noez on YouTube. At Chin Music Podcast on Twitch. Hopefully you guys could join us. The call will be a little bit more livelier. It'll be already in the afternoon. I should be fully up and more energetic. I'm still trying to get, well, no, I'm not that I'm still trying to get up here. But, I'm not trying to be all, at the same time, you know what? That is a goal of mine, too, not to be too overly not to be all, what's the word? Loud? We're trying to be a little bit more tame on the calls this time around. But it's kind of hard to contain myself, man. I get excited for big hits, that's for sure. All right, 6-1 Korea lead over Australia. Korea has a new pitcher on the bump. I'll tell you who that is right now. It's Dane Dunning. Dane Dunning now on the bump for Korea as he faces Alex Hall. Catches the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Shortstop Jared Dale on deck for Australia. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. Korea with a 6-1 lead over Australia. Hall with a foul ball. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch outside. Count will go full to Alex Hall. Calls a timeout. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Australia, again, needs runners to try to chip away at this lead here. They're down 5 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Dunning's payoff pitch. Up and inside. Ball for Alex Hall. Works a leadoff walk for Team Australia to begin the bottom of the 7th. Runner at first, nobody out. That'll bring up the shortstop for Australia, Jared Dale. Jared Dale will come up to bat with the runner at first and nobody out. Action in the Korean bullpen. Check over at first. Hall back to the bag. Jared Dale today for Australia is 0 for 2. Ground out and a flyout. Dale going after that first pitch, fouls it off, out of play. Strike one. Oh, 1 from Dunning. Dale, slow roller. Dunning, throw to first. And Jared Dale, head first slide, will be called safe. Australia showing life here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 on, nobody out. It was another swinging bunt. This time from Australia, shortstop Jared Dale, who beats it. So with runners at second and first, that'll bring up the left fielder, Robbie Glendening. Remember, Robbie Glendening hit a solo home run for Australia, has scored and produced the game's only run for Australia. He'll be coming up with runners at second and first and nobody out. Man, Australia fans getting fired up here in the bottom of the 7th. Glendening 2 for 2, single and a solo home run. First pitch from Dunning. Glendening fouls it off to the right side. Strike one. Dunning gets ahead of the count. Oh, 1 pitch. Dunning trying to hit that outside corner, misses. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. First baseman Rickson Wingrove on deck. 2 on, no outs for Australia. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop over to the second baseman. To first. Double play. 2 down for Korea. As they double up Glendening, runner does end up at third. Nielsen looks like he wants to maybe check the monitors to see if maybe Glendening was safe at first. Perhaps. Nope. It will be a Korea double play, and there will be 2 outs for Australia on that 6-4-3 turn. It was close. But looks like Korea did get him out just barely. So with 2 away, runner at third. Rickson Wingrove, first baseman, left-handed hitter for Australia, will be the hitter. It's a big run at third, though, for Australia, if they could cash him in. Going after that first pitch, he fouls it off. Strike 1 to Wingrove. It was a close call at first, but rightfully called out. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Dunning quickly gets ahead on the count to Rickson Wingrove. No balls, 2 strikes. And again, a big run 90 feet away from Australia as they're trying to chip it away at a 5-run lead here. Pitch upstairs, swing and a miss. Wingrove gets punched out. Inning over for Australia. To the top of the 8th we go. Korea with a 6-1 lead. Yeah, and Korea was fired up for Dunning after he got that strikeout. They all came out of the dugout. So top of the 8th we go. Coming up for Korea, it'll be the first baseman, Hwan Roe, followed by the shortstop, Ju-Won Kim, and then the catcher, Don Won Park. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Korea as we go to the top of the 8th. 6-1 Korea lead. Yeah, Australia's running out of innings here. It's looking like there's going to be some sort of chaos in Pool C to try to figure out who will be the second team to come out of the pool. and go on to the next round. Like I said, tiebreakers might be in effect. All right, looks like Korea is gonna have a pinch hitter to replace Juan Rowe. From what I see here, pinch hitter Shea Whitcomb will be pinch hitting for Rowe. Shea Whitcomb, Houston Astros. So he'll be leading off the top of the eighth for Korea. There's a defensive substitution. Chris Burke replaces left fielder Robbie Glendening. He'll be batting sixth, playing left field. So Chris Burke in, Robbie Glendening out. Some of the changes in the ballgame. And again, Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Thanks for tapping in. Hope you guys are enjoying the call. Hope you guys are doing good this morning out here in the West Coast. We're about to hit 5:30 out here in the West Coast. 5:30 in the morning. All right, 6-1 Korea over Australia. There's Chris Burke, now the new left fielder for Australia. Jack O'Loughlin still on the bump. And that's a hot drive down the left field line. That one is fair. Shea Whitcomb with a leadoff double to begin things for Korea here in the top of the eighth. Shea Whitcomb all fired up. He came in hot into this ball game. Hot shot down the left field line, fair. And that's a double right past the diving third baseman Curtis Mead. There's the comment. We got a comment sighting. Cheering his teammates. So runner in scoring position. Nobody out for Korea here in the top of the eighth. Kim now the hitter. Showing bunt. Takes a strike from O'Loughlin. So we'll see if Korea goes the route of small ball to try to get the runner over to third base. Kim today 0 for 3. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out for Korea. O'Loughlin steps off the mound. Oh, 1 pitch to Kim. Shows bunt again. Drops it, fouls it off. It was a looping curveball from O'Loughlin. Kim going for the bunt. Makes contact, but fouls it off. Count goes no balls, 2 strikes as O'Loughlin has him in the hole. And we'll see if the bunt stays on here. I'll be surprised if it does. Swinging away. And look at that. It's a ground ball to the right side. Foul. Kim trying to go the other way, but he fouls it off. Count stays no balls, 2 strikes. Six-one Korea lead. They're looking for more here in the top of the eighth. 0-2 pitch to Kim. Pitch away outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack O'Loughlin, he's currently at 22 pitches. So well below the 65 pitch max in the pitch count. 1-2. Fouled off. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kim. Jack O'Loughlin sets. Another 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Count goes even to Kim. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dongwon Park on deck. Catcher for Korea. There's a timeout by Kim. Hold up. Runner at second. Nobody out for Korea here in the top of the 8th. 2-2 pitch now. In the dirt again. Check swing. No swing. Kim is able to check himself before he wrecked himself. Because the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good take there by Kim. As he held himself from swinging. Count goes full. Payoff pitch now to Kim. Swing and a miss. Jack O'Loughlin ends up striking him out. Big punch out there by the big left-hander. 1 away. All right, there's that fan with that poster. What do you got there? Super Bowl squares? I believe it's the scenarios for how Korea will make it out of Pool C. Here's Park. Strike 1 from O'Loughlin. Runner remains in scoring position for Korea. Shea Whitcomb. After that leadoff double. Now with 1 out in the inning. Park 1 for 2. Walk. A double and a run. 0-1. Park pops it up. Out of play. And Jack O'Loughlin gets ahead of the count. No balls. 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. Pop them up. This one will reach the seats and back of home. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes to Park. Oh, 2 pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Robbie Perkins, the catcher for Australia, to keep that ball out in front of him. Especially with a runner at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Park. One, two, got him swinging on a knee. O'Loughlin gets the punch out. That'll be the second out in the inning. 2 away. Saw Park kind of twirl, dropping down to a knee on that swing and miss. Becomes the second out in the inning. So with a runner in scoring position, 2 away, that'll bring up the 9th hitter. Second baseman for Korea, Min Jae-shin. First pitch to the left-hander. Low and in the dirt, ball 1. So Australia's Jack O'Loughlin trying to strand the runner at second after giving up a leadoff double to Shea Whitcomb. 1-0 to Shin. Oh, good breaking pitch, but misses outside. Falls behind on the count to Shin now. 2 balls, no strikes. Whitcomb with his lead over at second. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 pitch to Shin. Puro swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. O'Loughlin sets. 2-1 pitch. There is a swing and a miss. Count's going to go even now to Shin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So runner at second. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from O'Loughlin. Cue shot. Catcher Perkins. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. Australia. They're able to strand that runner at second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-1, Korea on top. All right, so Australia, after giving up a double to Shea Whitcomb, they strand him at second. And this ball game goes to the bottom of the 8th with Korea up 6-1. All right, coming up for Australia, 8 9-1 hitters coming up. That means Robbie Perkins, Tim Kennelly, and Travis Bazana. Australia down 5 runs as we go to the bottom of the 8th. I don't know, man. Australia's quickly running out of innings as we go to the championship rounds here. They got 2 innings to try to come back from a 5-run deficit. Can they do it? Can they do it? All right, stick around. Before we sign off, we'll make sure we open up some baseball cards. Before we say peace out and we kind of get ready for the day, we'll be back here at 5 o'clock, most likely in the 4 o'clock hour, to get ready for Mexico versus USA in Pool B action here in the World Baseball Classic. We got you on that play-by-play, so make sure you guys tap in at Killah Noez on the YouTube channel, at Chin Music Podcast on the Twitch channel. Hope to see you guys at 5 o'clock for USA versus Mexico. Big matchup coming up. Thanks for tapping into YouTube and on the Twitch channel. On YouTube, we just hit 700 subscribers. So really appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Smash that subscribe channel if you can. We're at 700 on the dot. Really do appreciate that. And be on the lookout. We will be doing a 700 subscriber celebration stream. We'll be opening up either a 2024 Topps Jumbo Box, which I've been saying on for the last couple of years, or a 1993 Flair Junks Wax Era Box, sealed, in commemoration of us hitting 700 subscribers. Thank you very much. All right, bottom of the 8th we go. 6-1 Korea on top. Got Robbie Perkins leading things off against a new pitcher, Taek Yeon Kim. Kim versus Perkins here in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 pitch to Perkins from Kim. Upstairs, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right fielder Tim Kennelly on deck for Australia. Australia down 5 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch way outside on that breaking pitch from Kim to Robbie Perkins. Falls behind the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Pitches upstairs. 3-1 to Perkins. Perkins today 0 for 2. A lineout and a strikeout. 2 for 13 in the tournament for Perkins. A home run and 3 RBIs. Kim with the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, pitch upstairs, and Perkins leadoff walk for Australia to begin the bottom of the 8th. Action in the Korea bullpen. That is Byung Yeong warming up. That'll bring up the 9th hitter for Australia, Tim Kennelly. Australia working on coming back from a 5-run lead here for Korea here in the bottom of the 8th. So here's the 9th hitter, Tim Kennelly. With the runner at first, nobody out. A little past 5:30 out here in the West Coast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. All right. Pinch runner Max Durrington replaces Robbie Perkins at first base. All right, Kim's first pitch is instead a pickoff attempt of Durrington, who's the pinch runner. Over at first. Takes his lead. Kim's first pitch to Kennelly. Showing bunt. Look out. Ball gets away from the catcher. Ends up close to the mound. Was called the ball. That was kind of weird how the ball popped out of the glove from Park and ended up back with the pitcher. And actually, it was a foul. It was a foul. They called it a foul bunt attempt. Makes sense. All right, Kennedy showing bunt again. He drops it. Oh, the runner slipped, but the pitcher ends up going to first. He gets the shore out, but Durrington, in the middle of between first and second, ended up slipping. Oh, man, that would have been disastrous. But nevertheless, the pitcher goes to first instead of second. See right there, Durrington took a dip. Pitcher didn't see it, went with the sure out. And you saw the catcher and the second baseman of Korea, when they saw the slip, immediately point to second, but the pitcher didn't see it. Travis Bazzana going after that first pitch, fouls it off to the right side as Kim gets ahead of the count. So runner at second, one out for Australia. They're giving them outs to try to get those runners closer and get them into scoring position. Bazzana 0 for 3 in today's ballgame. 0-1 from Kim. Bazzana fouls it off, and that hit Kim. Not sure where, probably in the forearm. He does have a sweatband there, but that's it. Home plate umpire giving the back catcher Park a little bit of extra time to recoup from that foul ball from Bazzana. Kim has him in the hole quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher Kim sets. 0-2 pitch to Travis Bazzana. In the dirt. Nice block there by Park. Kept that ball out in front of him. Runner at second stays put. One ball, 2 strikes to count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th for Australia. Kim with the 1-2 pitch. That is a base hit by Travis Bazzana. They're going to wave him, Durrington. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Head first slide. Australia will score a run here in the bottom of the 8th on an RBI single by Travis Bazzana. It's now 6-2 Korea. I'm trying to figure out what that poster out there is. It's got, I don't know what it is, but it's something. Everybody's all fired up over there. Well, Australia fans are fired up at Travis Bazzana picking up that RBI. As Australia continues to slowly chip at that 5-run deficit. And Bazzana's all fired up. Kid sensation for Australia. 6-2 Korea. Runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Curtis Mead will be the hitter. Oh, there's going to be a pitching change. So Kim is out. New pitcher coming in at the Tokyo Dome. All right, man. We'll see who's coming in for Korea. All right, so Kim is out. Remember, the third baseman for Australia, Curtis Mead, will be coming up. He's 1 for 2. He got drilled by a pitch as well. But Travis Bazzana with a big RBI single for Australia. It's a 4-run ball game. All right, here's the pitching change. Byung-Hyun Jo will replace Kim. Byung-Hyun Jo will be the new pitcher for Korea. And he'll be pitching against Curtis Mead with the runner at first and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. All right, 6-2 Korea, bottom of the 8th. Australia continues to try to chip at this lead. A little late, though, man, but I guess for better late than never. But it would have been nice if Australia would have done this a little earlier. Easier said than done, of course, right? All right, man. So Korea going through their pitching change right now. Byung-Hyun Jo throwing his warm-up pitches. Looks like we're ready. Kim out. Hyung Jo in. And Curtis Mead will be the hitter up next for Australia with the runner at first. 1 out. Ranked by lowest quotient of fewer runs allowed divided by number of defensive outs. I got to take a picture of this. I have no idea what that is, but I got to take a picture of that. Oh. I couldn't take a picture of it. Oh, my gosh. It's early morning still, guys. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. Joe versus Curtis Mead. Pitch upstairs. Ball 1 to Mead. Mead again, 1 for 2 with a single. Got hit by a pitch. Runner at first. 1 out for Australia here in the bottom of the 8th. Byung-Hyun Jo now the pitcher on the bump for Korea. Hyung Jo, pickoff attempt over at first. Travis Bazana back to the back safely. Looks like he was already hanging out at first on that head first slide. 6-2 Korea. Pitch up and away to Curtis Mead. 2 balls, no strikes. Travis Bazana with his lead over at first for Australia. 2-0 pitch. Pitch down low and away. That one missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Center fielder for Australia, Aaron Whitefield on deck. 3-0 pitch from Joe incoming. Upstairs, ball 4. Curtis Mead draws the 1-out walk, and now Australia has him at second and first with 1 out. Aaron Whitefield will be the hitter. So things starting to get interesting here in the bottom of the 8th for Australia against Korea. All right, meeting on the mound. Pitching coach out there to have a word with Joe, pitcher for Korea, as you will set to face Aaron Whitefield with runners at second and first and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-run Korea lead as Australia is trying to chip at it. So Bazana, the runner at first. Curtis Mead, the runner at first for Australia. 1 down. Here's Aaron Whitefield, right-handed hitter for Australia. First pitch from the pitcher, Joe. Oh, good breaking pitch there. Starts off Aaron Whitefield with strike 1. That was a changeup from Joe. Really good pitch. 0-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul by Whitefield. And Hyung Jo quickly has Aaron Whitefield, no balls, 2 strikes. Has him in the hole. Designated hitter Alex Hall on deck for Australia. 0-2 pitch. Pitch missed upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Whitefield. Big opportunity for Australia here late in this one. Joe's 1-2 pitch. Whitefield swings and misses. Joe with the punch out, 2 away. Big strikeout there by Hyung Jo to strike out Aaron Whitefield swinging. So now with 2 on and 2 outs, here's the cleanup hitter, designated hitter, Alex Hall. Batting from the left side for Australia. Joe starts him off with a changeup outside, ball 1. Hall today 0 for 2 with a walk. He's got 2 runners on, but with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 pitch. Changeup dunked in there, catches the inside corner. Count goes even, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Alex Hall pops it up. Infield. Shortstop calling for it. Will make the catch. Australia will strand 2 runners, and that does it for them in the bottom of the 8th. To the top of the 9th we go. 6-2, Korea on top. Oh, man. Australia strands 2. And in these late innings, when you're down 4, that's something that cannot happen. You got to try to at least get one of those runs in. And Australia not able to do that as they strand both runners at second and first. Ay caray. So to the top of the 9th we go. Coming up for Korea in the top of the 9th. It'll be the top of the lineup. 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. Third baseman, Do Young Kim. The left fielder, Ja Jones. And center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee will be due up. With Korea up 6-2 over Australia as this ballgame goes to the top of the 9th. Man, just a big opportunity squandered there. I mean, Australia was able to get 1 run, but that was it. They had a chance to get a couple more, but weren't able to come through with that big hit, unfortunately. So it's a 4-run deficit going into the last inning, top of the 9th. And again, quick reminder, we'll be back at it this afternoon. Mexico versus USA. Paul Skeens versus Manny Barreda. Live from Houston, Texas. We go live around the 4 o'clock hour. And we got your play-by-play a little after 5 o'clock, Mexico versus USA. Puro Pool B action. Hope you can join us. And thank you so much for tapping in on our YouTube channel at Killah Noez. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We got you on that WBC play-by-play. If you guys are Dodger fans, we call a lot of Dodger games during this season. This is our 7th season of doing this play-by-play action. So hopefully you guys can kind of connect with us, hang out with us. We're also live on Twitch at Chin Music Podcast. Now, Chin Music Podcast over on Twitch, a little bit more livelier as far as we got scene selections. We got a scoring bug as well, among other things. But really happy you guys could join us. All right, Alex Hall is now the catcher. We got some things going on here. Alex Hall remains in the game as the catcher. So he goes from DH to catcher. And pitcher Jack O'Loughlin enters the batting order, batting 8th. Max Durrington leaves the game. All right, I got to take a picture. I don't know what that is. I can't figure it out. But I got to read up on that. If anybody knows what that sign, that poster is that fan keeps holding up, let me know what that is. I got to think it's maybe the tiebreaker scenarios. I don't know what it is. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike to count to D.Y. Kim, who leads off the top of the 9th for Korea. Korea with a 6-2 lead here against Australia. As the count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Jack O'Loughlin on the bump. He's at 40 pitches. Getting close to that 65 pitch max in that pitch count. And Kim works a leadoff walk for Korea to begin the top of the 9th. Runner at first, nobody out. All right. Looks like Korea is bringing out a pinch runner, Hae-Min Park, to replace Do-Young Kim. So Hae-Min Park now at first base as the pinch runner. And here's Ja Jones for Korea. Ja Jones, the hitter. One 1-0 pitch. That pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. O'Loughlin falling behind here in the top of the 9th on the bump for Australia. Double barrel action in that Australia bullpen. Pitching coach out there to try to settle down Jack O'Loughlin. He's at 43 pitches. And Australia cannot afford to keep putting runners on. They cannot afford to give up any more runs. They're already down 4 runs as it is here in the 9th. Yeah, it looks like those pitchers are quickly trying to warm up. O'Loughlin might be running out of steam on the bump for Australia, perhaps. Two 1 pitch to Ja Jones. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Jung-Hoo Lee on deck for Korea. Ja Jones today, 1 for 4. 2-1 pitch. Popped them up. Right field. Kennelly makes the catch. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 9th. So Jones flies out. Jung-Hoo Lee will be the hitter up next for Korea. Jung-Hoo Lee today, 1 for 4 for Korea. Left-handed hitter. Check over at first. Runner back to the bag safely. RBI, double, and a run for Jung-Hoo Lee in today's ballgame. Pitch down low and away. Ball 1 to Lee. 6-2 Korea lead over Australia here in the top of the 9th. Runner at first, 1 away. 1-0 pitch. Lee off the glove of the pitcher over to the shortstop, and the ball gets away. It's going to end up in right. Runner will get to third. And the runners on the corners for Korea with 1 out. It was a hot shot by Jung-Hoo Lee off the glove of the pitcher over to the shortstop. Jared Dale tried to flip it over to the second baseman, and the ball got away. Let's look at this one again. Ball off the glove. Shortstop redirects it. Oh, and he had a hard time trying to get that ball off his glove. And he threw a bad throw over to Travis Bazzana, who was covering second. Ball ends up at right. And the runner ends up at third. And now the runner's on the corners with 1 out for Korea. Here's An. Up next for Korea. Runners on the corners, 1 out. O'Loughlin from the stretch. First pitch to An. An connects. Fly ball right center. Whitefield with the catch. Park tagging up from third to home. 7-2 Korea on top. 2 down in the inning. Korea with some insurance here in the top of the 9th. Lead back to 5. And you can sense Australia knows that this game is pretty much getting out of hand for them. Lefty-lefty matchup. This is Moon. Swing and a miss. See Park tagging up from third, scoring, and man, Korea's all fired up, man. They're fired up over the insurance runs. They're loving it. Because they know they are going to cause havoc in Pool C. Look at Travis Bazana, sensing that this game has slipped away. Big opportunity for Australia before this one to really take it to Korea and to Pool C, but they're wasting their opportunity. Moon strikes out looking. Last chance for Australia. 7-2, Korea on top. Let's go to the bottom of the ninth. Oh, man. Yeah, you could sense that Australia will be dropping this game to Korea. But, man, the ball was on their court. All they needed to do was win, and they would have advanced to the quarterfinals. But nope. Korea had different plans, and now they have thrown basically a monkey wrench, or they've thrown a wrench into the gears of this Pool C and will cause havoc. Tiebreakers may be implemented to try to figure out who will represent as the second team to come out of Pool C along with Japan. All right, for Australia, it'll be the shortstop, Jared Dale, left fielder, Chris Burke, and first baseman Rickson Wingrove, who will be coming up in the bottom of the ninth in the last chance for Australia. Oh, man. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you guys are on YouTube, please consider following us over on Twitch. I will be doing like a bonus rip over on Twitch after the ball game. I got some Stadium 2025 blaster boxes. I got some 2025 Topps Update hanger boxes. And I got a Topps Archives 2025 blaster. I'll figure out which ones to rip. But yeah, that'll be happening over on the Twitch channel. So please considering following us on the Twitch channel if you're on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, appreciate you guys being here too. But we will be doing a bonus rip of baseball cards before we sign off. That will be exclusively only on Twitch at Chin Music Podcast. And if you are on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the like button, and please consider subscribing to the channel, as you guys just got us to 700 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Last chance for Australia. As we look at the tiebreaker, the tiebreaker scenarios. All right, Jared Dale. There's the comet sighting. 2 balls, no strikes to Jared Dale here in the bottom of the ninth. 7-2 Korea lead. Joe's 2-0 pitch. Down the pipe at 91 to Jared Dale. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And let me make sure we got all our defensive changes, our pitching changes, and all that good stuff for you guys. No, we're good. We're all caught up to speed here, as that one is fouled back by Dale. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 7-2 Korea. Man, Korea's sensing it that they're going to be back in this one. They are fired up in that Korea dugout. All right, foul ball by Dale. Count remains even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left fielder Chris Burke on deck. Two-two pitch. Check swing, no swing on the pitch outside. Count goes full to Jared Dale, the shortstop for Australia. Payoff pitch. Another foul ball. And we'll do it again. Another payoff pitch from Joe. Inside pitch. Strike 3 called. Ball bounced out of the glove of the catcher, but the home plate umpire rings him up. Caught looking, peeping Tom status. Pitch looked a bit inside. Home plate umpire called strike 3. Puro punch out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's Chris Burke. Taking his first at bat of the ball game. Takes a pitch outside. Ball 1 from Joe. There is some... wait a minute. Is there some switches or not? Pitch upstairs. 2-0. All right. From first base to third base goes Shea Whitcomb. Bo Jung Moon remains in the game as a first baseman. Remember, he was a DH, but now he's playing first. Switch from center field to right field goes Jung Hoo Lee. And Hae Min Park remains in the game as a center fielder. Oh, my gosh. Yes, I'm still here. There we go. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Chris Burke. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th for Australia. They are chasing 5. Chris Burke fouls it off. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First baseman Rickson Wingrove on deck. Two-two pitch. Breaking pitch. That one hangs upstairs. Count goes full. Chris Burke works the full count. So back-to-back full counts in as many hitters for Australia. Payoff pitch. Inside. Ball 4. Chris Burke draws the 1-out walk for Australia. That'll get them going here in the bottom of the 9th. That'll bring up the first baseman, left-handed hitter, Rickson Wingrove. First pitch to Wingrove, breaking pitch, no break. Pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. Check over at first, runner back to the back. Seven to Korea, bottom of the 9th. Runner at first, 1 out. 1-0 to Wingrove. He connects but fouls it off. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wingrove today 0 for 3. Joe's 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Joe gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Wingrove. If Korea wins, there will be a 3-way tie with Australia and the Chinese Taipei. 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. That one just missed inside. Count will go even to Wingrove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch was close. Called the ball. Two-two pitch. Wingrove connects. Fly ball. Look at the right fielder, Jung Hoo Lee, make the sliding catch. Throw to first. Not in time, but Jung Hoo Lee with a great sliding catch off the bat of Wingrove. 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Remember, Jung-Hoo Lee just got switched from center to right. Oh, man. Korea loving it in that dugout. What a play by Jung-Hoo Lee. It was a line drive headed to the gap. But here comes Jung-Hoo Lee with that sliding catch. So Burke back to the bag over at first. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 9th. As Australia is down to their final out. All right, this is a pinch hitter, Logan Wade, who will replace Jack O'Loughlin in the lineup. Logan Wade, now the hitter, left-handed hitter in his 3rd career WBC for Australia. Runner at first, 2 outs. 7-2 ball game. Korea on top, trying to seal the deal here in the bottom of the 9th. Oh, good breaking pitch. That one just missed low from Joe. 2 balls, no strikes to Wade. Leadoff hitter, Travis Bazana on deck. Oh, excuse me, 9th hitter, Tim Kennelly on deck. 2-0 pitch. Popped them up! Infield, first baseman calling for it. Moon will make the catch. Throws his glove in the air. And look at this. Korea celebrating on the mound. Wow! They are fired up. Korea fired up because they know they have a chance to move on. Australia not able to take advantage. Korea back in the mix as Australia squandered their chance. 7-2 Korea. The final over Australia. Look at this. Korea, Australia, Chinese Taipei, all tied with that 2-2 record. And you see Australia, man, they are worried that they had their chance and they probably let it slip away. And now Korea, who was 1-2, now 2-2, and now they are fired up at their chances of possibly advancing to the quarterfinals out of Pool C. (7-2) Korea over Australia. Yeah, man, Australia is... I mean, you tell me, unless Korea, due to the tiebreaker, advanced. Maybe that's what I'm missing here. Someone could correct me up in the chat, but that's probably what I'm missing. And maybe, and Korea. Maybe that's why they're all fired up. Maybe they won the tiebreaker. Is that what you guys are? Is that what it is? Hold up. Am I missing stuff here? Well, regardless, man, Korea fired up. Whether they advance or whether they are still in the mix. But they beat Australia very handily, 7-2. Australia just had a hard time trying to get things going offensively. Korea, on the other hand, man, they came out swinging, making hard contact from the jump. So there it is, yep. Korea and Japan will advance out of Pool C and into the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Korea. You're going to the quarterfinals. So there it is. That's why they're fired up, because Korea just advanced to the quarterfinals. Congratulations. There it is. Makes all the sense in the world why they were fired up, as they should be. So I guess they win the tiebreaker as well. and they leapfrog Australia and Chinese Taipei. Australia just, oh man, you got to feel for them. But man, they had their opportunity and they could not take advantage. Korea did. Basically came back from the dead, and they will advance to the quarterfinals along with Japan out of Pool C. Wow. Unbelievable, but believable. All right, everybody on YouTube, thank you so much. This was Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 14. Hope you guys could join us. We see Australia saluting their fans. What a run by Australia. They are out of the tournament, man, but they had themselves some pretty good games in this Pool C play. But they are out, Korea in. But hope you guys could join us later on this afternoon. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Mexico versus USA. You're not going to want to miss that one. We got you on the call at Killah Noez on Twitch, at Chin Music Podcast, at Killah Noez on YouTube, at Chin Music Podcast on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, we're going to stay live on Twitch. We got some baseball cards coming for you guys, man. We got Stadium Club and a hanger for sure that we're going to rip open. You guys want to see what we get? Join us at Chin Music Podcast on Twitch. Over on YouTube, I say good day now from the West Coast, where Korea defeats Australia and advances to the quarterfinals 7-2. Congratulations, Korea. Everybody on YouTube, have a great day. We'll see you later this afternoon. Twitch, stay right with us.